believe this one.
These two have been waiting for this one for quite some time, and to be honest, so have I.
If the shoe fits, let them wear it.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Salute, and welcome to class, guys. Welcome to class, guys. What a day, what a day. First off, I want to give a big shout out. You guys seen that intro? That track was done by my boy, a collection of my boys. You know what I mean? Y'all know my before I did this red pill, before I took it to the top with this red pill coaching and all of this, I was a rapper, guys. So I was in that genre, you know what I mean? But I still support my guys, you know what I mean? They independent. So if you guys like music, go on, show y'all support. Y'all already seen the links in the video, so play that back. It'll be there on this video, guys. So salute to my guy Sion. Salute to my guy Sicky Boy. Shout outs to Click Bang. Y'all guys, y'all do y'all thing. You know what I mean? Keep y'all Holy Spirit intact. Y'all know what it is. Y'all got the blueprint. So continue to prosper. Continue to do your thing. Continue to put that message out for the people. That red pill message. The truth. You know what I mean? Much love to y'all, man. Miss y'all. And we going to get back to it, y'all. We going to get back to it. But, all right. Salute to you, man. Guys, how y'all feeling tonight, man? How y'all feeling? It's been a rough day as far as this red pill stuff, right? Man. I've been watching and I've been paying attention and I've been in the clouds and, you know what I mean? Keep in mind, guys, that we don't cater to any groups, gangs, communities, religions, feelings, or emotions. We cater to the truth. We cater to common sense. And we're not going to complicate that over here. But I've been watching, guys, and nobody have really addressed and pointed out, highlighted what we highlight over here, guys. Not one single person have I yet to hear highlight what we highlight over here. Everybody talking about the individual. I hear a lot of women too, talking bad about the man and I told you and this is what they do. But nobody really want to talk about raising the boys better. Why nobody putting pressure on the mothers, the hell of a mothers, to raise these boys better? You don't see a group of women huddling around each other talking about, yo, come on, guys, we got to raise these boys better. You don't never see that. Why? Why is that? Why you don't ever see a group of women, ladies gathered around talking about let's unite and try to raise these boys better? Know what I mean, guys? I just food for thought. Know what I mean? Just food for thought. And honestly, guys, the dudes with the mama love, the dudes with that hell of a mama love, those be the ones that be acting all emotional. Those be the ones acting like women is their property. So let's get on into it, because some of you guys, y'all might not have known. Some of you guys don't subscribe to nobody else but me. So, you know what I mean? Without any further ado, let's go into what I'm talking about here, guys. We ain't gonna take too much longer on this because this wasn't even my main topic for the night. I just had to touch on it because a lot of y'all was like, "What you think about it? What you think?" And you know what I think? Don't nobody deserve to ever get hit with no brick. Nobody, no man, no woman, should ever get hit with a brick. You know what I mean? What happened? This ain't got no sound. What's up with this? This one ain't got no sound. All right, so we off this one. Y'all done heard this one before. This the one where she started stunting. She went from first to worst in that one right there. She was stunting, guys. She's up there talking about, oh, she don't need no man, and women this and women that, and lesbian this and lesbian that. And then, whoops, upside your head. So hold on, I got another angle because that was just her by herself. Now this is what I really wanted to get into because you guys know we don't really care. The girls always try to make it about them, but it's these simping forces. It's these guys. It's the enemies. It's our enemies, guys. These guys like this guy, my song right here. Now this guy, my song, lefty, gun up in the right arm. You know what I mean? Choking niggas in his sleep so they die calm. You know what I mean? The nigga that was rapping like that. This nigga, let's see what he got to say about this, guys. And y'all tell me in the comment section how y'all feel about what he got to say. When y'all already saw the video where she was talking about women protectors of life and women protect themselves and women.
So this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a fuck. Yeah, this man hit me, fucking grabbed a rock, and it hit me in my fucking face, because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just fucking watch. You don't see that shit? You don't see that shit? What y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man and fucking do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face?
I hadn't even seen this part of the video. I just seen her situation. This is the first time I'm actually seeing this. And the fact that it's men asking this woman, what did they want her to, what did she want them to?
Yeah, that's a legitimate question, nigga. What you want us to do, bro? Look at this old trot coochie lip nigga talking crazy, bro. He about to bash and shame men when these women say that they can protect themselves. These women is strong and independent. Do you not know what independent is, bro? But this is one of those plantation bros. Go ahead, proceed, bro. This is one of the dudes that they love. But then this be the same energy. I'm telling you guys, psychologically, you know I'm legit. I'm too legit to quit. These type niggas, these energy, this Lucifer energy that he fitting to give off right now is the same type niggas that put hands on women, bro. They put hands and feet on women.
To do is unbelievable to me. And the fact that she has to explain to you that she wanted you to be a man and stop another man from hitting her in the face with a fucking brick is disgusting. I'm hoping that black men all around the world watch this and they feel shame, right? And the shame that they feel push them to stop allowing shit like this happen. Because that's how I feel. I'm so ashamed for these men in here. I don't even know who's raising you niggas. Who is raising these type of niggas? Like,
that's the question we be asking. Like, why are you not addressing that? Why why you not addressing that, my nigga? Who is raising these niggas? The same women you get the cape for, the same women you get paid to lie to, my nigga, in the Black Lives Matter movement. This one of them monkeys that be front line in the Black Lives Matter lie. The Black Lives Matter. This him?
What man, woman, I don't even know what man, woman, anything is sitting around and raising these levels of cowards. Who's raising these niggas? The man asks, so what
that's my question. Like, why are we not getting them women some help? Why are we not getting the black sister, the black mother, some real serious help? Because obviously she need help. But y'all condone and y'all uplift her playing and pretending to be independent. She's damn near drowning in a water. And you guys go reach your hand out and give her a 5. Like, yeah, girl. And she sit there and don't want to admit she's drowning and sinking. And it's like, what the fuck is going on, guys? How are you upset at dudes that... Come, let me play that back, bro.
This man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a fuck. Yeah, this man hit me, fucking grabbed a rock, and it hit me in my fucking face, because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just fucking watch. Y'all see that shit? Y'all see that shit? What y'all gonna do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man and fucking do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face?
I hadn't even seen this part of the video. I just seen her situation. This is the first time I'm actually seeing this. And the fact that it's men asking this woman, what did they want her to, what did she want them to do, is unbelievable to me. And the fact that she has to explain to you that she wanted you to be a man and stop another man from hitting her in the face with a fucking brick is disgusting. I'm hoping that black men all around the world watch this and they feel shame, right? And the shame that they feel push them to stop allowing shit like this happen. Because that's how I feel. I'm so ashamed for these men in here. I don't even know who's raising you niggas. Who is raising these type of niggas? Like, what man, woman, I don't even know what man, woman, anything is sitting around and raising these levels of cowards. Who's raising these niggas? The man asked her, what you want us to do? Are you fucking kidding me? A woman was getting hit in the face with a brick, and you gonna ask her, what does she want you to do? Please, I want y'all, the niggas who's sitting around there, please watch this video. Keep watching that video over, and I want to see, if you have any level of manliness in you, you should feel embarrassed. I hope your mother's watching this video and say, I'm ashamed that I raised a coward like you. I hope your father is watching this video and he says, I'm ashamed that I raised cowards like y'all.
How much are they paying you to be stupid? You mean you're doing this shit for free?
This nigga is a goofy, yo. Plantation, straight, fresh off the plantation himself, bro. This nigga is a robber. He a thief. You know what I mean? He got locked up for the shit. Like, and then now all of a sudden you hear shaming niggas, and you're promoting violence though. But your Black Lives Matter. It's white supremacy this, white supremacy that. But you're promoting black on black crime, guys. What do you suggest those guys do? Huh? Come on now. This is the foolery that I be talking about, guys. Pay attention. Pay attention to the so-called leaders. Pay attention to the so-called leaders, guys.
And I hope other men are watching this video and say, I'm never going to be a coward like that.
Oh, this man just hit.
Now I'm going to turn it up a notch, guys, because we do have a problem. And I did say tonight, I'm here for solutions. So I will be dropping the link, because us fellas, we going to step back. Because clearly the problem is these mothers need help. They need help. They don't know how to raise these sons. They're not raising the sons right. That's the problem. All this other shit that niggas like to be entertained by, I'm not entertained by that shit, bro. We have a problem, bro. This is a problem. I'm not addressing it the way this nigga might, so I'm trying to get y'all to address it. Because nobody should just jump out there for some woman, for an independent woman. You know what I mean? An independent woman is a woman who ate the apple, said, fuck you to God, and I'm fitting to be independent. I ain't fucking with that. I got no, they gonna get what they gonna get. I know, Mr. Goodread, you mad cold. I'm truthful. And the truth is not attractive. Any independent woman, listen to you see the title, any independent woman gonna get what she gonna get. Because your punishment was to come down here and be ruled by a man. It sound bad, but we could read it, we could look it up. Those are the facts. Now, I know they don't post those facts on social media, on Facebook and Instagram, so you don't get to suck those in. But those are the facts, man. Bro, you know what I mean? We supposed to come down here and work our ass off. You supposed to come down here and be a help me to the man. I don't give a fuck how you want to make it sound bad. You're a slave, controlled, all that, sis. But anything else is between you and God, and you fellas got to stay away from these females. So don't listen to niggas like my song. Let them niggas jump out the window and end up with their whole head bust for Lilith, for protecting Lilith. You know what I mean? God need to see all Liliths. So however they get to him, let it be. He need to see all Liliths. All right? Remember that, guys. Remember that. But we do have a problem, guys, because also today in New York, I'll be doing a separate video today in New York. Yesterday actually, right on my block, 116 and Lenox Avenue, where we catch the 2 train at. Somebody beat the hell out of an old lady with her own cane. So I'm waiting to get the details on that. You know what I mean? And I'll be reporting on that. But that's a problem. Like, who is raising these men? Guys, who is raising these men? And we know who had the custody. We know who had the custody. We know who got the child support check. We know who cashed the child support check. So who is raising these men? And why are we allowing ourselves to be distracted by all this other foolishness and not addressing the issue? Not addressing the issue. Why do we allow the mothers, these hell of a mothers, to stick their fucking greasy hands in their pocket when these kids get older, when these kids that they did not raise, they only maintained, get older and grow up to be a dummy? Then we forget the whole fucking process of them supposed to be raised. Bring them up. Bring your kids up. We forget that whole element. Come on, man. Come on, man. We got to get right. And it's the further we get from the scriptures, the further we get from the word, is the worse it's gonna be. Only those like us that care to want to know the truth and suck in the truth is gonna be, you know what I mean? This shit don't really affect us, bro. You know this shit don't have no effect on us until we get horny and want to fuck with one of them little dirty ratchet bitches. And then that's when we associate ourselves with that foolishness. You know what I mean? Likewise, ladies, until you get horny and you want to fucking feel sorry for a little dusty nigga, you know what I mean, raised by a hell of a mother. Come on, bro. Why do we allow the little the blue-faced mothers in this world to walk around here and make the rules? And those be the bitches that stand behind the good woman and speak for the real women. And the real sisters, so-called real sisters, allow it. Today, we gonna step back, fellas. Today, we gonna let the ladies figure this shit out, bro. We want real solutions. I'm talking logical, reasonable solutions. I'm gonna stay out of this. You know what I mean? And we gonna speak. We gonna let y'all leader, y'all modern woman leader, Lilith, Cynthia G speak for y'all, and I'm gonna let my sister speak for us. You know what I mean? My sister, and we gonna get to some reasonable reasons. You know, Cynthia G, her logic is to just kill all black men, kill all babies from the jump, just kill, abort all black boys. Like, what in the motherfucking God? Yeah, no, we ain't never really touch on this lady over here at the school, so we gonna open her up today. But before we do that, guys, we got a problem, guys. This shit right here is retarded right here to me. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. And this is why I say we be focusing on the wrong people, guys. Man is heated. The real dad is heated after finding out his baby mama's boyfriend put hands on a 9-year-old. Come on. What the fuck is going on? Now, of course, I left out a huge part of this video that got physical because he caught up to the guy. But man, this is a problem, guys. This is a problem that we gotta address. We gotta address. This is why I say we gotta start checking these sips. This is a sip move. This is an emotional man. Only emotional niggas get caught in their emotions like this.
You're a 9-year-old. What I'm saying, a 9-year-old. Oh my God! We call him police. Look at my daughter, bro. Right. Look at my daughter. Look at my daughter. Look at my daughter, bro. Are you crazy? Hell no!
Now that's disturbing right there to me. That's disturbing. Like how man, like come on, guys. Like now that's a victim right there. The other lady that the brick face, brickhead, brickhead not a victim. Brickhead is not a victim because since when it been cool to not teach our little girls how to be women? Like, see, that's the problem. That's the problem. And that's why Cynthia G rather just get rid of all the kids. She just rather abort kids and shit because she don't know how to teach them. Well, it starts with teaching the females how to remain females, right? This is why, right? If you don't teach women how to be combative, they'll learn how to stay in their nature. A woman will give a nigga a fake number. Whatever happened to giving niggas fake numbers, sis? You know, that's how real women that don't think they're equal or tougher than men, that's how they get rid of dusty niggas. You know what I mean? A bitch will give a nigga any kind of number, a 7-digit number. I mean, a fucking 6-digit number, bro. You know what I mean? Like, come on. That's how you remain a lady. You feel me? Same way like the lady in the restaurant. The lady thing to do would have been to just leave. Like, oh, this nigga tripping. Let me take my son, fuck this food, take my son, and I'ma just go. You know what I mean? Y'all been so removed from y'all femininity, worrying about us and our masculinity that y'all bitches is lost now. Y'all don't know if y'all coming or going. Y'all have to focus up. Modern black women, you know what I mean? I know how y'all think, cause we ain't going back to the old times. We ain't going. It's gone. It's gone. We're never going back. I know how y'all think. You know what I mean? Shorty yesterday blew that up. So don't worry about it. We ain't gotta go back there. But you got to do the things that worked back then. You got to do those things if you want those results. If you want those type of mans. Man, yo. Incredible, y'all. But let's go on and turn it up. Hell no, you don't ever deal with no single mother. You know what I mean? But let's go on and get into the joint. Like I said, I'm gonna remove myself now. I'll be dropping a link. Ladies only, jump on. You know what I mean? And I need some solutions. You know what I mean? I need some solutions. Fellas, we'll jump on at the end. You know what I mean? But we gonna rock out now, y'all. So we in for the long ball. We in for the long haul. Strap up your seats. Let's get it, yo. And salute to my little sis. Salute to my little sis. Word. Thank you, Abigail.
Hi, hi, hi. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can you say hi to the chat? Hi, Dallas. I hope you're still here. It's nice to see you. Isabel, my favorite. Hi, Mr. Goodread. XL Pro, nice to see you here. Yes, that's one of her many nicknames. Hi, Tamika. Thank y'all for coming. Could y'all hit the like button as you come in, please? So, our topic for today is the oh so lovely Cynthia G. And I'm going to be looking at a couple of her videos, and I will be opening up the panel later after I get my thoughts off about her. So, in 1 second, and we're going to jump right into it. If you don't know much about her, then you probably have not been in this space for very long, but she is the woman who has been on record loosely saying that we should be deleting Black male babies. So, and the reason I say loosely is because there's a sector of women who have tried to allude to her saying we should selectively be deleting Black male babies, which to me it's all problematic, but we'll get to that later. All right. All right, so let me know if you guys can hear this video. Alrighty. Now, she does have a very, very annoying voice, so pardon that, but I want everybody to be able to hear the way that she thinks and also her followers think, because I think it's very, very problematic, but we'll see.
I really want people to call in and tell me what the alternative solution is. Because what I notice is that you have a lot of people saying, well, this isn't the solution, this is extreme, calling me Margaret Sanger, calling me Hitler, which those are actually.
Now, keep in mind, she's referring to the statement she made about, you know, us as Black women needing to resort to deleting male Black babies.
Actually emotional responses. I don't know if people know or not, but when you deflect to calling people names, that's emotional. I'm talking logical. I'm saying that these men don't serve a purpose to you. They're killing one of us every first. They don't care anything about the continuity of Blackness because they're creating a whole bunch of biracial children. The largest growth was not in the Black community, it was among biracial and multiracial people. So we're already doing it. Black men are already erasing you where they can. And that's why I ask people the question, you know, do you think that if Black men had the power, do you think that if Black men had the power to really control whether we exist or not, do you think that they give birth to us? And now we know men don't give birth, but where they keep, Black men are already showing you what they would do. They wouldn't be creating biracial, they wouldn't be creating Black children, and they're not. They're creating biracial children.
Here's a story about a girl who was tricking on the air. It might be your mama, but don't you laugh. Last night I saw your mama. She was tricking on the block. You know what she was doing?
And this is something that I really think Black women don't understand. I think you don't understand the critical point that we're at. I think we don't understand the seriousness of it because Black women cannot separate the overall collective of Black men from their interpersonal relationships, meaning their family members, their cousins, uncles, brothers. That's why we keep hearing them. Black men are able to do that. They don't feel like they owe you anything. They don't feel like they're connected to you as a large population. Like, how many times are we going to see in different cities Black men putting in work to harm you? And then I'm being told, when I say, well, you have a womb, you control who enters into existence. If these men are not going to raise their children, they're going to leave you single mothers.
Saying your video is lagging for them. I'm not sure. They said it's patchy. It's not patchy for me, but it's patchy for, it seems like the majority of the audience is complaining about it lagging and being patchy.
Yeah, on my end, it's switched and said the connection is excellent.
Yeah, I mean, you're see now, like right there, it kind of like went out a little bit, but I can, they're saying it's kind of choppy.
Yeah, I'm looking at the playback and it is doing. Well, I'm gonna have to turn my camera off.
That's all those children she's deleted coming over, trying to mute her, trying to stop her internet. But give me 1 second. I forgot to post this to my Instagram. But I'm gonna skip forward to where the woman on her panel starts to give her thoughts about Cynthia's take on abortions.
Off and go downstairs. I'm gonna have to.
Okay.
If it's like, Some people are saying that it's not lagging or freezing for them. You guys have to keep in mind, I'm watching the playback as I'm live.
Keep in mind, fellas, that's not us. That's not us lagging or skipping. That's her. That's her. Like, like Vanna said, bro. That's them demon children. That's all of them abortion babies sitting there biting on her cable cord. Like,
I have you.
To me, is that
Attention homeowners, we want to replace your roof with this roof of the future.
I'm seeing, I got sent a screenshot just recently. Men are some of these men are in support. I'm seeing more and more men, even men that have been loosely affiliated with the Black manosphere, saying abort. I saw
of course they are.
2 men actually shared an abort message today that like some of these men need to have been aborted. But see, here's my problem with that. Sure, abort, I think, is that abort.
Keep talking while I run upstairs real quickly.
Okay, no problem. I would say that abortion definitely is something that Black women should be considering when it comes to giving birth to these men. And again, I know that a lot of people are looking at it as if it's something horrible, that is genocidal. But at this point, it literally is connected to your survival. There is nothing or no one in place to protect and defend Black women, including Black men, against our biggest enemies and our biggest threats. As we've said time and time before, most of us that have weapons to defend ourselves, we did not purchase those weapons with with having the understanding that we were going to have to protect ourselves from white people. It just is what it is. I was on Black Femicide again, and there was a case that came up that I was actually familiar with, a young girl. If you're from Chicago or that area, you will know that the situation with Ryan Harris, a little girl who I want to say Ryan was 6 years old. But anyway, it was a horrible, horrible situation. And I may do content on it, but he's up for, he's trying to get clemency, right? There are other cases that I was looking into earlier today as I was preparing my content of a man that just went to prison less than 5 years ago for murdering his wife. He's getting out. You know, these men are not willing to protect you from that element. So why would you keep giving birth to that element? Right. Cynthia saying thin the herd is literally a matter of survival at this point, because now even the ones that will carry the message, the majority of the ones that say, okay, go ahead and abort, still, they are leaving it in your lap to make the decision and to be proactive on your own behalf, because those men are not willing to go against, they won't even go against men on YouTube, half these men. So in real life, it's definitely not going to happen. So abortion is a simple act of protection in their minds for them too, because they don't want to fight against them.
No, they don't. And not only do they not want to, know that they're even, is this even going to make me put this Ethernet cord in here? It's probably going to make me connect the Ethernet cord. It probably is. I know it's going to. Because even though I'm down here next to the router, it's still, yeah, I'm going to have to connect the Ethernet cord. And now I really can't be on camera. Now I got to look for the Ethernet.
My goodness, her voice is like nails on a chalkboard. But the thing that is sticking out to me is we'll target the adults and say, no, they'll target the children like the children are the problem, but who is raising the children? Who is raising the man that you opened your legs up to and got pregnant by that caused you to now hate male Black babies? I don't understand. Yeah, she's always wearing that wrap for a reason, and them wigs for a reason. What's up, dirty folks? All right, Dallas, thank you. And what's up to you, Jared?
Cord that I have.
Yeah.
And connect it. And just so y'all know, this is why I haven't gone live in a while.
Oh my gosh.
It's hard to go live when you just moved and all your stuff.
Man.
In a lot of ways it is. In a lot of ways it is. To even have to, you know, even think about giving birth to someone that is the seed of a demon, because at the end of the day, that's what's going on. And to be honest, I would suffer to say that I would not be, if I was still out here giving out womb. If I was out here in a position to be having kids still and I wasn't a grandmother, there would be no way I would be risking having a child by a demon, male or female. Now, you know, I just wouldn't, because I feel like their female counterparts act the same way that they are, and they are just as dangerous.
Yeah, well, the thing is, here's the thing about this being an emotional discussion, because, you know, I've listened to some people on different live stream where they've called in and they're like, oh, it's just such an illogical discussion. And, you know, it's basically saying it's an emotional reaction and we're just angry and that's why we're saying it. And that's the same shaming language that has always been used to silence Black people. It's actually some of the white supremacist language that has been used to gaslight Black people into not talking about solutions about racism. So I think that's really interesting. But let me plug this into my router, and I'll tell people the difference between an emotional decision and a logical one, because I think there's some confusion over logic versus emotion. Oh yeah, I can definitely put this in that thing. It's definitely
the emotions have to go away. They really do. Because I mean, at this point, okay, so they've not been able to be held fully accountable for what they've done. And every L that Black women are holding currently, I am willing to give to Black men, right? But once you know, once you're awake, once you understand it, once you see the results of what they've left you, why you have to be responsible. Of course, and you know, in all perfect, in a perfect world, I would say don't even sleep with them. But if you are going to sleep with them, definitely try not to put yourself in a position to be giving birth. Like there is just it's a sad situation.
Well, here's the thing.
So she's brought up white supremacy. First it went from Black women, and now she's she's caping and pandering to Black people as a whole, trying to tie this into white supremacy. And then you're going to bring up being logical versus emotional. I don't think it's logical to wear a wig made out of somebody else's hair when God gave you hair. That's not logical, but you do it every day. So why on God's green earth are we listening to you about deleting children and trying to make that seem logical? What's up, Ronan? Hi. The bell. That's what I'm saying. She kept trying to make up this hypothetical situation where a man would want to sleep with her. Ma'am, you have to get to that point first. And that's what it does start to sound emotional. Y'all are both on a panel acting like the Black men that you complain about. And this is why I know they're speaking from a personal hurt as opposed to looking at this logically, as she says, because y'all are covering Black men with these blanket statements when it only applies to the one man that you were able to bag temporarily. He knocked you up and left you for reasons likely. And now y'all are both on a panel, bitter, talking about the solution to the problem your mother, your grandmother, your auntie started, because we're the ones with custody. Y'all would rather skip to blaming the children, calling children demonic, calling the man you open your legs up to demonic. So if you're constantly sleeping with demons, what does that make you? If y'all have such an issue with these types of people, you would take yourselves out. But here you're over here advocating for other Black women who have a man, whether they're married or not. Unlike the two of you, you're advocating for them to delete their child so people don't have to deal with these problematic Black men, which is not the majority of men. Ciao.
Okay, so now my connection should stop being choppy because, yeah, because I have connected to the connected, but I don't think I could turn on my camera though. I mean, I could try. Let me see if I can try, but I don't think that.
Well, the connection sounds better.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess I can be on camera like this.
Yeah.
But so an emotional decision is one where you have the men not contributing anything to you, which we know they're not. They don't protect you. They don't provide for you. They're murdering you every 6 hours.
You. Are you speaking to, have you surveyed, I mean, the women in your audience maybe, but you're speaking like this is an experience every Black woman has had with every Black man. Why can't you make it specific to the people you're talking about? And this is where, the people who say that she was not advocating for women to just start deleting all Black babies. Well, whatever your true intention was, if you have a platform, I don't even care what size your platform is. If you have an audience, period, you should be mindful with how you're wording your messages, especially when we're talking about children. Y'all would never get on here advocating for Black women to get deleted. Y'all wouldn't take the chance of miswording something and spewing something like that on your platform. But when it comes to children, you just talk so recklessly.
They're wreaking havoc on their children. And you say, well, we can't live without them. Well, my brother, my uncle, my grandfather, that's when you're making an emotional decision. Mm-hmm. When we sit up here and say, well, look, these men aren't serving any purpose. They're harming you. They're leaving you single mothers. They're wreaking havoc in the community. The logical decision then would be to control how many of them are here. That's called logic.
That's right.
That's called logic.
So I find it funny that she brought up white supremacy and all this type of stuff. But do you know that it's logical for slave owners not to give their slaves freedom? It was profitable. That's logical to keep enslaving people. And it would be an emotional decision to be like, hey, these people have rights. These are human beings. Let's let them go. That's a feeling-based decision. So you're over here acting like white massa, like you're white zaddy. I'm not surprised. You damn near look like a white man, blending in with the paint you have in the background. Not really sure why you thought it was a good idea to turn your camera on. It really wasn't necessary.
Absolutely right.
And strategy. And so we need to get out of emotion and stop thinking about really we live in Black male worship. We live in Black male worship. Because I'm telling you, if Black women were the most problematic in the community, this would not be an issue. And according to Black men, we are the most problematic ones in the community. And they're saying they're not going to change because they don't need to. They think the problem is you. The problem is you Black women who are not choosing better. The problem is you Black women who refuse to pick better men. The problem is you Black women who just don't want to play your role. You don't want to submit. You don't want to let them lead, yada, yada, yada. That's what they think the problem is. The problem is not them, to them. And if you're not a problem or your behavior is not a problem, then you're not going to change it. You don't change what's not problematic.
So you have the self-awareness or the awareness to make a claim that Black men are the problem. Haven't yet heard you say anything about Black women and our behavior, especially when it comes to how we parent. But you're talking about Black men saying that they're not the problem. Well, aren't you just doing the same thing that you're complaining about Black men allegedly doing? So they're the problem for everything. Where's your introspection? You'll talk about all of these people covering them with a blanket, making these blanket statements, but it seems like you're speaking from a personal experience. And this is what I find a lot of times when people are making content, they'll have one bad experience with someone, and then when they speak in generalities. And I think it's important when you have a message like deleting babies, it may be important to be specific who you're talking about. Just a tip.
Bottom line of it is Black men are not going to change. They're not.
Well, there's no reason for them to change. Like we see what they say, that they're not worried about it. They know that largely Black women are still going to deal with them, which, I mean, that's just a fact, right? But there is no reason to do it. There is no reason. Black women are not requiring better for them. And here's the thing. This is why I don't like discussing even healthy relationships between Black men and Black women, because to be honest, and I know people are going to take issue with this, but I'm just going to have to give it to you raw and uncensored. Okay? Regardless of the fact of how many of us are in relationships or who have had, great experiences with Black men, with our Black fathers, whatever, your Black son, whatever, right? I don't want to misrepresent anything or give you hope. I don't want to give you hope because I don't want you to be disappointed, because what I'm seeing more often than not is that men are interested in protecting and covering for these behaviors that are harming you. I would rather, I even said that I was going to stop even defending myself when women come to attack me because they need me to be in a bad situation. I would rather Black women feel like they feel completely and get a true picture of what Black men are. Because if you don't, then you may misunderstand the reality like I did for many years. I did not know that Black men were this bad to women. I did not know. I didn't know it was this bad. I thought it was the opposite. I thought it was just a little of them that were acting out and that were doing these egregious things. But no, it's the majority of them, and I don't want to give you hope.
So we shouldn't we shouldn't have hope. Okay, so if we take that same mentality, if we look at the obesity rate with Black women, there is no hope for us because the majority of us, especially in America, are overweight. So if we want to play it's like we skip from the emotions to the statistics that support our argument rather than looking at what makes sense. And then the fact that she completely, the woman on the panel completely disregarded the good men that she potentially knows and was raised by. You just discard them like that statistic doesn't matter too. And do people not consider that your personal experience? If I have my father in my life, if my best friend has her father in her life, if we keep adding those numbers up, that's what gets us to that statistic overall. So our interpersonal relationships and things do matter. And it's funny, you typed this, Dallas, right as Cynthia was, completely disregarding the good men that we do have in our community. And I think it's funny that when we look at single mother households, y'all are the ones that are struggling. especially Black women. So is there no hope for y'all either? I would say that's a fair judgment to make. But if we look on the flip side, Black men are the best fathers, statistically. So if you want to play the stat game, your argument falls apart. If you want to play the emotional side, your argument falls apart. And then if we look at what the woman on the panel was saying, you have all this vitriol for Black men, but still saying, if you want to sleep with them, that's all right. Ma'am, please.
I don't want to give hope.
But that's why I'm leaving it open for people to tell me what the solution is. So let me read these super chats and then I'm going to open the phone lines. Sondi Wendy said, if a married woman doesn't birth a son in Nigeria, she is persecuted and harassed. A Nigerian man kidnapped his own son and used him for blood rituals at the instruction of his pastor. It's global. Yeah, look, I mean, listen. Anyway, Patience Curtis, thank you so much. She said, be sure to discuss John Matthews in Chicago that killed his girlfriend's family over breakfast and corn rolls. Shaking my damn head. Grodman too, thank you for the super chat. Let me try to make sure I got everybody because sometimes I have to go into the studio.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you cared so much about homicides and murders, y'all would care about abortions. But instead, y'all would rather fight tooth and nail to convince somebody that an embryo is not alive, it's not worth anything. Y'all will be getting deletions at 3-4 months and trying to convince people that it's not alive. But all of a sudden, we're supposed to start caring about Black women deleting Black women and Black men deleting Black women. We're killing our damn selves. We can't stand each other. So how are you have this selective issue when Black men are deleting women? And most of the time it's for a reason. If you're alienating somebody's son from them, son, daughter, whoever, if you actually cared about your child, you would do the same thing. But it's easier to demonize these men who are not putting up with BS and who don't have the self-control anymore to not take it out on you physically.
AK said, hey, Sin, and people in the chat. Hey to you, AK. Murder Magic Trick said, it's really sad. I know someone who's proud of her son for exhibiting apathy towards women. I told her that's dangerous. She think it's fun and cute. Yeah, until one of those trash bags go out and show her apathy. Or when they show one of her sons apathy and decide to take him out. And so I think people are looking at the language and they're looking at, the term abort. But what needs to be understood is that abort essentially just means to stop something, to terminate something. So like when people say abort the mission or, just it doesn't necessarily mean aborting a baby. Obviously, the term abortion specifically refers to aborting a child. It does. That's what the term abortion specifically refers to. But even if that's not the solution, even if people say just don't get pregnant, choose to not have children, those are going to have the same outcome. If you vet men, that's going to have the same outcome. If you choose to open up your options and date out, that's going to have the same outcome. When people are telling Black women to divest and go get different races of men, they don't see that as extreme, but you're still not birthing Black males. You're still not. Lovely Locke said, if Black women were watching Black men's actions and not their words, they would see that Black men increasingly are having non-Black sons, so they are actually making the same choices by their interracial mating choices. And that's what I'm saying that Black women are not realizing. Listen, CNN just wrote an article called White Supremacy with a 10.
So is the issue that Black men are deleting Black women, or is the issue that Black men are taking their seed to other races and having families with them? Because if your overall message is Black women are being endangered by the presence of Black men, and we need to stop birthing them and stop engaging with the quote unquote pookies, which according to Cynthia, if you're listening to her, that's 100% of Black men. I'm confused at her. She even seems to be confused at her message. How did we get from talking about what's happening to Black women, which Black men are doing, to now talking about what they're doing with their penis?
I wonder who is creating all these 10 children.
Right.
I wonder who's doing it.
Right. And can I just say something, because I don't really I think that most Black women are reasonably intelligent. So if you're dumb and you don't get what I'm saying, I don't feel the need to break my words down to that of a remedial person of a very low intellectual aptitude, right? But let me human you for a second. When I said demon seed is demon seed, whether it be female or male, understand this. Yes, you have a better chance of raising a productive person if you give birth to a Black female child. This is true. However, you also have a...
What are we saying productive is then? Is it the fact that y'all are the most enrolled? That means you're a productive citizen? I really don't think the trade-off is, like Dallas said in her comment, we've deleted 63 million babies, but we're productive. We're productive at genocide. Yeah, I'll give us that. Let me just say. Supreme, I don't know if I said hi, but hello. These men are washing his hands, paying the child support, keeping his veins hypothermia cold, and walking away. Yeah, they are. And that's what they have a problem with, that Black men are not putting up with the behavior they've been putting up with for quite some time. And the one thing that usually gets Black men to stay in this toxic loop of dealing with women like this is the fact that they do care about their children. They do want to spend time with their children. They do want to fight for their children. And that's what these women are starting to use as, have been using as leverage. And now that men are washing their hands, they're starting to panic. But why do all divestors still count on Black men to protect them, child? Exactly. Exactly. And if you care about protection, get a man, or your father, your uncle. If your mother didn't alienate you from his side of the family, you would have men to protect you, and you wouldn't have to rely on somebody else's man in public to have to defend you doing some BS. And what are we asking? What type of protection what are you doing that you need security when you walk outside? That's how you know your behavior is erratic and belligerent. Why do you need protection from random people who don't owe you ish? You wouldn't protect them. Half of y'all grown women wouldn't protect a baby in public if it came down to it, but you want a grown man who doesn't know you, hasn't slept with you, hasn't gotten any type of benefit from you to protect you? I'm confused. That's true. And is her baby daddy? I don't know if he's Black or not. He's a Black? Poor guy.
A greater chance of that. You do understand where that person is coming from. You do understand where that person is coming from and the types of women that are their counterparts. Okay, because some of those women are going to give birth to 10 of those demons.
Yep. Well, because you can only produce what you are, right? So if you're a demonic entity, that's what you're going to reproduce. It just is what it is. But so for the people who are confused, I want to bring your attention to this article here. I really want you to look at this article. And the reason I want you to look at this article, because Black, like, again, critical mass. This was written on September 4th, 2021. You can just look at the imagery right here, and it's already showing you most people are not going to be black. Most of the people here are not going to be black. And they're going throughout the history of how other groups like the Italians and the Irish became white, how the Jays essentially became white by status, how Asians are actually white, but whatever, they call them honorary whites, they're actually white, but sure. So they said literally people who identify as multiracial increased by 276% over the last decade. 276%. And what they're in here telling you is that people
reimagine luxury with Venus A. Flor.
They said the U.S. is barreling towards becoming a rainbow nation around 2045. Rainbow is not black. Biracial is not black. Mixed is not black. Multiracial is not black. So people can sit up here and they can try to lump biracial people in there just because right now their racial classification is black, but they're still not black. They're not black. And society knows they're not black. They know that they're not black. So they said when white people are projected to become a minority. Now, if you read through this article, and I'm not going to, this part I gotta read you. I gotta read you this because this is what black people do. It says, I don't like raising such a pessimistic scenario, in part for personal reasons. I want to believe my country is on the verge of this brown new world where there will be such a rich gumbo of skin hues, hair textures, and racially ambiguous people that racism will lose its sting. My family is a symbol of these demographic changes. My mother is Irish, meaning white. My father was black. My wife is an immigrant from Central America with a biracial mother and a white Lando father, meaning he's white, who was a J and Castilian. My stepmother is Chilean, and half of my siblings are Afro-Latino. Now, we know J-Lo said she was an Afro-Latino, and we know she's a whole entire white woman with two white parents. That chick in that video, that so-called feisty Latina that was clearly a white Latina, in the comment section, they was calling her an Afro-Latina. There's nothing Afro about her. It said, I have one relative with blonde hair and blue eyes who moved through the world as a young white man, but he's really Afro-Latino. You ain't Afro-Latino with blonde hair and blue eyes and white skin. You're not Afro anything. If you can move through the world as a white man, you are Afro nothing. It just is what it is. Now, I don't know how much y'all think y'all black DNA is about to survive anything. It's not made of Teflon. It can be washed out, and it is being washed out.
So, are you not black because you're wearing a wig that doesn't grow out of our head naturally? It's like this selective using articles and statistics selectively. So all of a sudden, a mixed child is not part black. Is that what we're saying? And again, what does this have to do with her original issue about black men being so dangerous for black women? Why? This is a form of penis policing, essentially, looking at the races and who's becoming extinct. If we're watering down our genes, isn't that the time to start coupling up with black men and continuing our race? But instead, you're on this stream talking recklessly with whoever's on the panel. I hope to God she's not a content creator. But if we just look at the videos, let me share this other screen. Yeah. Like the titles of her videos are they just amaze me. Should we continue to birth them? If we can't raise Black males right, then why give birth to them? And this is the same woman who was claiming to be logical. So if every child that you touch turns into a rapist, a school shooter, I don't know what else, a pookie, a robber, a gang member, it's always going to be the child's fault. The child came out a demon. If you birthed a demon, that means you're a demon.
Oh, it's true.
If you raised
It's
a demon,
damn
that means you're
true.
a demon. The children are not coming out with these preset identities.
That's a fact, sis. I don't know why they act like they just come out of the sky, like God just drop them in their womb a demon. All this is bad behavior, it's learned behavior, it's taught behavior. They didn't raise them up.
Ciao. Hi, Marcus. I need my glasses. If Black isn't going to exist, then which men will she date when all men act alike? And that's the thing. They like to act like it's just Black men who act this way. If look at the white community, the men are going through the same issues with child support and child alienation. And usually when that happens and the white men snap, they take out the whole family. Okay. So if we really want to get down to it, if you're comparing the worst of the worst for the white men and the Black men, I mean, they're taking out the whole family based on something you did versus the Black men who just killed a mother. I'm not trying to minimize the murder, but ma'am, it's like comparing, like Dirty Folk said, all men are alike. And it's this delusional state that they're in that they think, okay, Black men are just acting this way just because. So if I take my BS to someone else, like the white man or an Indian man, they're going to accept you. Good luck with that, ma'am.
The 2020 census could have used my family portrait for a poster. There is a yearning embedded in my DNA that a demographic tide will overtake white supremacy. Again, Black people think they can just create mixed people and white supremacy will disappear. And they're telling you, no, you're just about to experience white supremacy with the tan, which is what I've been saying.
Mr. Goodread! I want to come to America. What do I have to do? I love holes. I love the holes. I love the holes, Mr. Goodread.
For years that Black men are creating white supremacists with a tan. And you can literally look at the mentality of their biracials to see that they would have no problem at all being white supremacists. None. So while Black men are out here harming you and killing you every 6 hours, not protecting you, leaving you single mothers, not raising their children, creating white people, because that's what they become in 2 generations. My great niece is white with blonde hair and blue eyes. Black women are sitting up here debating whether they want to give birth to literally their terrorists or not. You sitting up debating, they ain't debating, they doing it. They're doing it and saying no.
So according to her logic, and that we all clear, the baby raised itself. The baby raised itself. The baby come out, program it. All she gotta do is take pictures with the baby and pretend to be the moms. And you know what I mean? She ain't gotta do no work. See the entitlement? You see the entitlement? It's a stupid logic, but I you know what I mean? Let's continue.
No sex before marriage isn't going to solve the problem. That's not going to solve the problem. Because Black men been making married single mothers since they stepped off the plantation. Did you guys miss it when I read the Moynihan report? And they said the typical mother on welfare, the typical single mother on welfare was married, and she did not know where her husband was. He was not deceased, but she just didn't know where he was. They've been doing this since they walked off the plantation. So saying all this, oh, get married. What does the marriage mean to black men? What does it mean to them? You think because you get married, all of a sudden he's going to become an honorable man? No, he's not. He doesn't care. Black men violate their marriage vows all day, every day. They have no problem leaving you a married single mother. They've been doing it more than they've been being husbands.
Yo, who hurt her, yo? Who hurt this lady, yo? This lady is hurt, boy. This lady got to do a lot of self-evaluation, some self-reflecting. She needs to look in that mirror. She needs to take that stupid-looking scarf off her head, because she looked dead like she looked like Tweety Bird, like a chicken. She looked like a little chicken. You know what I mean? Take that stupid shit off. Even take the glasses off. Take all that lipstick off. Take that foundation off. Take them dumbass earrings out and look dead ass in the mirror, bro, at herself, and really self-reflect and self-evaluate, bro. There's something wrong with this bitch. And guys, you know, and make sure the shoe not on the other foot. You know what I mean? Because a lot of niggas be on social media wearing their heart on their sleeve just like this bitch. Don't do that.
It just is what it is. It's either, bitch said, the radiation all around the globe is getting worse, and they don't have something called U-melanin, which is a protector, and only black people have it. That's why they want to mix you with them to survive. That ain't just the only reason, though. That's a very easy way to get rid of you. They've been doing that. It's an effective and easy way of getting rid of you. And black men don't care, because they ain't trying to be black anyway. They want to be white.
And then an argument with me and this lady wouldn't, a debate or argument, it wouldn't even last long, because leave us alone, man. Just leave us alone. How you be mad that we don't want you? How are you mad? I never understood that. Like, how you get mad at us for not wanting to play Let's Pretend with you bitches, yo? Yeah, y'all disturbed, yo. That's mental illness, chick. Leave us alone, yo. Period. Point blank and period, yo.
They want to be white anyway. That's why they running around here with blonde hair and blue contacts. But we ain't gonna say they want to be white men, though. I was just watching a video. I was in a nail salon and I was watching a video, and it had Chris Brown and Young Dirk or somebody else like that. And this dude is sitting here with blonde hair. And I'm like, okay, we've been hearing black men talk about black women wearing weave and blonde hair is an indication of them wanting to be white women. So are we going to ignore all these black men with skinny jeans and blonde hair in their head?
So they acting like those boys wasn't raised in the house by wig-wearing divas who put the fucking wig on their head and sat there and laugh like hee, ha, 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 ha. Because we know that's what y'all do in the black homes. Y'all do anything for a laugh. Anything to escape your fucked up, miserable ass reality. But y'all don't want to talk about that, though. Again, she has the logical mind of Fly, bro. She's dumb. Dumber than the doorknob, bro. I should have put my little man on this thumbnail too, bro. I should put my little man right in the middle of both these dumb bitches.
Let me just pull up this picture real quick. Can somebody tell me what color that is? I know I don't have my glasses on, but I'm pretty sure that's a honey blonde, not natural at all. It's like you're grasping at straws. Did she say skinny jeans? Please.
Gonna ignore all these black Asian of them wanting to be white women. So are we gonna ignore all these black men with skinny jeans and blonde hair in their head? Are they not trying to be white men?
Exactly. Can we really talk about it?
They're like, we don't get to be honest.
They're gonna wear contact lenses again.
So if black men with blonde hair and blue contacts and skinny jeans admit that they're trying to be white men, on the flip side, you'll then have to admit that y'all are trying to emulate white women when you're wearing wigs and makeup style you're wearing, all of that. The logic is just out the window. You see what y'all saying? Not Joanna, man. Let me see. I know there was a comment earlier. Oh yeah. Synthetic G flew out to Robert Perkins and got knocked up by a man who had 5 children from other women. So to answer your question, Mr. Goodbread, Robert Perkins. Robert Perkins heard her. I'm gonna drop the link in a second if anybody wants to come up and talk about this. Dallas. Jabel says, if these baby leaders gave the men full custody after childbirth, the majority of men would be willing to fund a woman through pregnancy. They don't think, but that requires logic. And they are so stuck on short-term goals and quick money and finessing men that you can't even see the long game. Well, it's not really a game. It should be your lifestyle, but they're too dumb to even slip into that route. 90% of Black divorces are filed by Black women, which is higher than the national average. Girls are dumb.
This is what you have to remember. The average Black woman in America don't get no older than about 14. So just talk to her and deal with her like you dealing with a 14-year-old. Don't come at her like you dealing with an equal, because she's not going to be able to accept that. You got to go way back. And we cut off at about 14 to 15. We don't develop and mature no further until we get some new information and accept some different information. Look at a lot of my lectures on YouTube. People have put everything I got out there just about. They rob me every day. So go and look those up and listen to some of those. And they're in short enough clips that you'll be able to get some information and be able to share that with her. Because I give it out really straight and really direct. And I give us useful tools that we can use every day like you're talking about. But if you love her, and she gonna fight against right, because that's how we have been reared by the enemy. That ain't her you fighting. You fighting the demon in her that was put in her by the enemy.
Some parity with the dominant male. This is why they do this. However, when they see a Black woman going to the dominant male in society who already have control, the wealth, the power, that signifies their internalized inferior position. It just does. So they're never going to congratulate that, because it's like he's taking something away from them. Now they can run around here all they want to and say, well, we're taking their women and they can't stop us. We already know that's not the case. You're not taking anything away from them. So that's just a reality. But I'll continue. She said, I'm at the point where when I go out in public and I see a Black man, I avoid them at all costs and don't give them eye contact. I go to the gym on a regular basis and I see Black men at the gym who try to talk to me all the time, but I don't want to because I am afraid of them and I don't trust them anymore. I also decided to not defend or support Black men as a collective because they don't return the favor. I am disgusted with Black men. I am also afraid of them, and I also don't trust them anymore. What should I do? I think that your concerns are understandable. Obviously, everything that you said in a lot of regards is true. We see that in social spaces. We see it all over YouTube and literally every single social space out here. However, when I go out into real life, I do not see the same dynamic. And so I don't think that you should wholly base your interactions with Black men off of what the Dusties on YouTube are doing. YouTube seems to be a place where the mentally ill in our community congregates. You have a bunch of Dusties who never got attention, who are starved for somebody to just validate them and make them feel important. So now that they feel like they have a voice, and you literally hear them running around, well, we got a voice. We got a voice. Well, now that you just got a voice, they're voicing it ridiculously. They're telling us stuff we don't care about. They're saying stuff we literally don't want to hear. But there's weirdos in the Black community that congregates on YouTube. And I don't think that blankets all the Black men in reality. And I've said this when
You don't want to hear it. They're saying stuff you don't want to hear. But sis, you need to hear it, sis. And that's your problem. Y'all come here for attention thinking we finna play with y'all. And we ain't finna play with y'all. Well, I'm going to speak for myself. I ain't finna play with y'all. I tell the truth to y'all. If y'all like the truth, then you're going to like me. But if you don't like the truth, you're not going to like me, bro. That's your business.
I came to YouTube and on social media, I saw a mentality that was there that I didn't even know Black men had, because the Black men in my everyday life did not behave or act like them. They didn't say those things. So I never knew that there was so much vitriol toward Black women prior to coming on YouTube. And I would venture to ask you, what about the Black men that you are surrounded by? Like, have you seen it in real life? That's why a lot of people will come on here, and I disagree with it, and they'll say, well, YouTube isn't real life. People don't act like this in real life. This is not real life. Now, I do think it's real life, because you have a bunch of real life weirdo incel dusties who really do sit up all over social media with these mentalities. However, you don't see them running around with these mentalities in everyday life. Now, you also have a valid point when you talk about the lack of protection. Of course, we know there's a number of different videos going around that literally shows these men cowering around. They are scared. They have been neutered and castrated. So yes, they are scared, but I personally know that there are Black men who will lend protection.
Ma'am, you skipped over some facts now. Who neutered and castrated those guys? Now don't go say white supremacy. Who touched those men first? You know what I mean? Because remember, poverty is 50% circumstance, 50% acceptance of those circumstances, man. Now, yeah, it's 50-50 because the guys and the women got to choose to stay in them circumstances, but them circumstances is all your mama. All your mama.
Who aren't going to allow anyone to harm you when you're in their presence. I think that there's just a shortage of those men. And being that we do congregate on these social spaces quite a bit, sometimes for a lot of people, more so than they interact with people in reality, it can get convoluted and you can get disgusted and disappointed and discouraged. And I understand that I've gotten disappointed and discouraged as well. I think sometimes it would be best to take breaks off of social media. I have to do it myself, where I have to just stay out of YouTube chat boxes, where I have to ignore the streams because I don't want to see the mentality or hear the narrative that is being espoused on YouTube. I just don't want to hear it.
That is rich coming from her. What's up, dirty folks?
Man, I came to inspire Dallas D to come up here. But I do agree with Cynthia G though.
Don't make me drop you off the panel.
Damn, it's like that? That's crazy.
You got 3 seconds.
Here's the thing. I mean, I agree with her perspective as being let me tell you something. The second most influential person in America went to an all-black college to tell Black women that it's cool to delete kids. I just did a whole show about Kamala Harris going to an abortion rally, which somehow they call reproductive freedom, but it's not freedom because the freedom to reproduce is getting pregnant. But don't worry about that. And everybody had a speech about human trafficking could happen, so they should have abortions. And men try to trap you with babies, which never really happens. So they should be able to have an abortion. They should be able to have multiple abortions every time they get pregnant. Men shouldn't be able to impregnate you. You should be able to impregnate yourself. So I'm used to girls saying dumb stuff. So I mean, I spend my life anytime two or more black girls think something, I do the opposite. But they had a whole. This is the higher learning, the highest office in the land held by a woman, and the bastion of black, historically black colleges, and they're all in agreement that girls get deleted, and they only say it to black girls. They never say it to white girls, never. But you know,
So you agree that she's stupid?
I mean, I think all girls are stupid. The only smart girl to me is the girl that says, "My husband said if she doesn't have an adult supervisor, I don't really pay attention anyway."
Well, and she had a chance to have a man, but she chose one who had 5 children with other women. So that opportunity for her is long and gone.
Here's the issue with that.
Mm-hmm.
She's a grandmother, right? According to Cynthia G, she's a grandmother. That
Uh-huh.
means that she has 2 generations under her, plus her own generation. So that's really 3 to
Mm-hmm.
influence to be a dumb bitch, right? I ain't gonna curse on your child. To be a dumb girl, right? The stupid toddler. So think about it like this. It's like a Ayana Van Zant, right? Everybody talked about what's her name? What's her name? Ebony Williams or whatever said about not dating the bus driver. But everybody
Mm-hmm.
skipped over Ayana Van Zant blatantly lying about dating a bus driver.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yo, Ayana Van Zant was homeless. Like, no man supported her. She got all this black girl power and begged Oprah to be with her, and then did a whole thing about it's all about strong women. And now she's talking about she date a bus driver. She ain't date none of Oprah friends. She all around Stebbing in this crew couldn't get no weenie. And now all of a sudden she date a bus driver. That's crazy. What's up, the bill?
What's
Hi,
going on, man?
hello.
Hey. What's happening? Hey, bro. I wanted to tell you, man. I ain't talked to you since I heard the news, man. My condolences, bro.
Oh man, gratitude, bro.
Absolutely. Um, as far as man, as far as her whole philosophy on this bullshit. The main justification of abortion is, I mean, what I hear all the time is either incest or rape.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's a high count of incest or rape, then how come there's no high rate of arrest for rape? I mean, because if this is going on in the family,
Uh-huh.
now you gotta get to the root of who's supervising these children and letting them
Exactly.
get raped.
Yeah.
I don't. You know what? See, that's too logical. Here's black girls. Black girls have babies by one night stands and family members. They get abortions by their boyfriend because they don't know if it's the boyfriend or the dip boss. I know a girl with 6 kids by 6 one night stands, and another girl with 7 kids by 5 one night stands. And I know girls who had babies by their stepdaddy. They do not abort those kids. They only abort their boyfriend baby.
Now, if you haven't incest problem and you got an alienation problem, how does that child know who his cousin is? How does that child know who's the family members on the father's side in the
Yeah.
black community?
All right.
You
No,
know
it's
how many
happening.
you know how many cousins is sleeping with cousins?
I don't want to think about that, but I can imagine it's quite hard.
I think about that all the time since high school, bro.
I mean, you could think of the
Oh.
bloodline. I mean, because everybody pretty much came from the south and went up to the north, so everybody up in the north got bloodlines in the south, and you
Mm-hmm.
can't even connect the bloodline.
But I like what you said about I always say that for every one man that knew about a child, getting molested in the family, at least 3 women knew about it and didn't say anything. So that is a good point. And if that's such an issue, we would address it at the root. But we wait until these children experience, getting molested, and most of the time it's the mother knows about it. It's the mother's boyfriend that she failed to vet properly. And we end up with this cesspool of women who end up on Cynthia.
Ears stick out to get away from your face. Well, your mama is
Hold it, wait a minute. Don't bring anyone mother into this. She ain't here. If it wasn't for your mother, you wouldn't be here. So remember, when you put down one mother, you put down mothers all over the world.
Treat her right. Treat your mother right. Treat her right. Treat her right. Treat her right. Treat your mother right. Treat her right. Treat her right.
Mother, there is no other like mother, so treat her right. Mother, I always love her, my mother, so treat her right, treat her right. M is for the moan and the miserable groan from the pain that she felt when I was born. O is for the oven with its burning heat, where she stood making sure I had something to eat. T is for the time that she stayed up night and took my temperature when I wasn't feeling right. H is for the hard-earned money she spent to keep clothes on my back and tried to pay the rent. E is every wrinkle I put on her face and every worry that I caused when I stayed out late.
In the biblical book of Genesis, there appear to be two contradictory accounts of how humanity was created. In the first instance, God is said to have created man and woman simultaneously in verses 126 to 127. However, in Genesis chapter 2, there exists another version of the creation story, which most people are familiar with, where we see God creating Adam first.
What's up, Mr. Goodread?
Hey, what's going on, gang? What's going on, y'all?
Yay.
Chilling. Yo, when you started talking about Cynthia G, the first person that popped in my head was this spirit called Lilith. Like, I don't know if you ever heard of the spirit of Lilith or heard of the story of Lilith, but Cynthia G is Lilith in real life, like in real time. Her whole vibe, everything, her moves, her whole ideology is everything of Lilith. So I think this will fit perfect with the live stream tonight.
Okay. All right. If y'all want me to pause it at any point, just let me know.
Okay.
First out of dust, and then placing him in the Garden of Eden after having breathed life into him. He tells Adam that he must tend to the garden, but after a while, he realizes that Adam and man in general should not be left in solitude to work. With this in mind, God tries to find a suitable companion for Adam, but after bringing him one of every animal in the world to serve as his companion, none of them appear to be suitable.
All right, can you
So
pause
God
it right
causes
there?
Adam to enter a deep sleep.
I think that's important because that show how a lot of women, they take life for granted. Like they wouldn't have even been created. Like women really got to really look at it. Like they competing with us, but if we'd have been compatible with any of them animals, God wouldn't have created. God wouldn't have created y'all. God wouldn't have created these girls, yo.
I heard we compatible with sheep. I ain't never tried out the theory.
Yeah, if we'd have been
Oh my
compatible,
goodness.
they wouldn't have been created. But you know what I mean? But that's kind of interesting. That's just a fact. Like that's just, I'm not making this up.
I heard some niggas is compatible with monkeys. You see a lot of niggas around here mixed with wild monkey and idiot.
With a touch of big dummy.
I've seen their baby mamas, bro. I believe it.
While he's unconscious, he takes one of his ribs and uses it to fashion a woman, Eve. Adam realizes that Eve is a part of himself, and thus he deems her as a suitable companion. So as you can see, there exists two versions of at least how man was created. More specifically, women though. We can assume that God created man in both cases from dust, even though the verses of 126 and 127 don't specify men were created from dust, but for women, in this case Eve, she was created both from dust and from Adam's rib. But you might ask, how can this be? She can only have been created by one means or another. Ancient rabbis would notice that the conception of Eve has two separate accounts, and that only one can be the real story. Therefore, a solution for this conundrum was devised, where the woman who was made simultaneously with Adam was Adam's first wife, or the first Eve, but that God replaced her because she was not subservient to Adam. It's this woman who would become known as the entity Lilith. Historians and scholars alike are not certain as to where the character Lilith originated from, although it's believed that much of what we know about her was inspired by Sumerian myths about female vampires known as Lilu, or by Mesopotamian myths surrounding female demons who scoured the night, otherwise known as succubi. But the first time Lilith is mentioned when in association with the idea of creation is in the alphabet of Ben Sira, or Sirach, which is considered to be a satirical Jewish work told by an anonymous writer. Ben Sira is said to have been the son of the prophet Jeremiah, and explains details of his life, his adventures, and includes some of the tales he spun. It's in this work that we see one of the first glimpses of Lilith in literature. The tale explains that Lilith was Adam's first wife, and that she was created alongside Adam. However, unlike Eve, Adam and Lilith did not coincide, and were not particularly compatible sexually. The text of Ben Sira explains that Adam always assumed the top position during sex, but that Lilith wanted this position for herself.
Pause it.
Essentially, Lilith
All right. And that's the gender war in its entirety right there. You see how Cynthia G, Lilith G, she want to be dominant over men, bro. She want to be dominant. And a lot of modern women, all modern women, you know what I mean? If you can see yourself modern and not conservative, traditional, then you're a modern woman, and they all want to be dominant. And that's because they think because they was made from the same material that we were made from, that man was made from, that they're equal to man, and that's not the case.
They only want to be equal to men when there's in times of peace. In times of war, men need to step up. But I will say this though, and I've been doing this for years. I'll ask a girl what her favorite position is, right? And you can tell her personality by what her favorite position is. So if a girl does say missionary, I take her as submissive. If she says doggy style, I take her as aggressive, even though doggy is the most submissive position, but I just know how toddlers think. So I know she's just lazy. And if she says she likes to ride, I know she wants to be dominant. So I can totally understand the Lilith story as an allegory of what type of girl you're going to get based on what she does when there's no penalty attached.
aspired to be dominant during sex, and it's implicated that Lilith wanted to be seen as Adam's equal. But Adam didn't want for this, and so, like most of the women in my life, Lilith packed her stuff and flew away. In the text of Ben Sira, Lilith actually utters the name of God, which in Jewish tradition is something sacred and shouldn't be spoken. After this, she leaves the Garden of Eden.
That's why I don't really play. I don't play with these girls, these women that run around here calling themselves goddess. You got to really pay attention to these women that call themselves goddess and stuff, because they be uttering God's name in vain. Like, I mean, it's bad enough that society pushes women in the God position. You know, they teach in the Black community, one of the biggest problems is they teach the kids that the mothers is God, and the mothers, they sit there and worship and praise these damn kids and walk around with them 24/7 and have them attached to him on the hip and feel if they give him to the dad, then they not a god. They not a goddess.
Anyone who has anger is unconscious.
And Tyree cries out for his mum.
Mom! Not God, but Mama, a false God. That's more sadder than anything about this whole ordeal. Mama is God.
That was my baby. He was a mama's boy. That boy loved me to death.
That boy loved me to death. This is what's wrong with black men and women. It's not systemic racism. It has nothing to do with slavery. It has nothing to do with Jim Crow. It has nothing to do with this fake idea of white supremacy. It's the mama. They have weakened their sons and daughters by imposing their will on them. It is a spiritual battle. Either you are born again and live, or you stay in your state of unconsciousness and stay dead. Anytime they hear the word racism, the blacks are going to go into a state of unconsciousness, and you can make them jump off of the ocean, running away from white supremacy, which doesn't exist.
So shit crazy though. It's just spooky how, like I said, this story really, really relates to a lot of modern women, and especially Cynthia G, Lilith G, the mother of demons.
I kind of feel like the women who, self-appoint themselves to be a goddess or whatever, it's kind of like the men who walk around saying that they're alpha males every 3 seconds. Like, you need to give people will see who you are when they see you move. You don't have to let people know what you are up front. That just lets us know that you're the opposite of what you're claiming to be.
Yeah, that go back to the Samson spirit. It's a lot of Samsons in the amongst us fellas too. It's a lot of guys that they may be strong mentally, they may be strong physically, but they weak. They weak minded. You know what I mean? They weak minded, and they try to hide that and projecting, like saying I'm an alpha, or I'm gangster, or I'm this and that. But you could tell because you always got to watch the results, and the results always a show.
Like you're trying to convince somebody otherwise, that this is who you are. This is what you are. Show me what you are.
Right.
Yeah, I've never heard the alpha thing so much.
Yeah, your reputation is based off what you do anyway.
Yeah. That's what I heard. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk about it if you ain't live it. People ain't living nothing. And
social media, so my bad. Social media made it though. That's where that's where people that got so conditioned to just creating a story, and you can't really backcheck, you can't really fact check them because of social media nowadays. So people that detach from reality, and they running behind their avatar. They really think that they avatar that they created, and that's where it mess up at. That's where it go wrong for them.
I agree with that. It's
It
like
is.
debate. Like I don't.
Oh, hold on. It's similar to the LGBTQ mafia when they go around saying I'm a woman, when you can see they have facial hair, a penis and all that. It's like, just that projection of saying that you are what you're not. What were you gonna say, Dirty Folks?
No, I was gonna say that that is I call it the LeBron effect. Like when LeBron called himself the GOAT. Whether or not you think he is doesn't matter. He called himself the GOAT, which automatically, like, who are you to say that you're the best? Like, that's for other people to say. Like alphas. Here's the funny thing. Go back to the alpha thing. Like I know a lot of girls who think she's dating a killer, and he's a dude we sent to the store for blunts, right? Like you can project whatever image you want to project upon the world, and if people buy what you're selling, and God bless you. But the truth will come out. People. It's more difficult when you're a colored, because people think that men who are good at being men are bad at being black, and they say you're acting white, you're talking white, you hate your mom. Like everything that makes you a great person makes you a bad colored. So there it's that too. But everything that don't come out in the wash will come out in the rinse.
That's a fact. And to monkey back off of what Savannah said, I've been saying this for years now. For about 2 years, I've been saying that. And it's sad, yo, the black community, they got to really fix themselves, because black pride is really similar and becoming gay pride, yo, to where it's a community where they walk around and they lie to each other all day. Like, you know what I mean? They be sitting there like, oh, go girl, you look good. Know that that's a whole man. Like she said, you can see the stubs and stibbles on the nigga. Like, bro, the nigga don't look like a good girl. Like, but they'll lie to each other for a return lie. Like, you know what I mean? They just exchanging lies. Like, I'll blow smoke in your butt, you blow smoke in my butt. And this is how the black community is, because think about it. Niggas ain't checking nobody in the black community. Nobody getting checked in the black community. Niggas they ignore it before they check it. You know what I mean? You can't call yourself righteous. You can't call yourself for the good if you could sit around some fuck shit and not check it. Like, ain't no truth in the black community. It's just sad, bro.
And even sadder on that note is you can't even tell the girls from the guys now unless you get up on them, because black women want to look like men that want to look like women. That's how crazy it is.
And it all go back to, because it's the single mother shit, bro. They're all being raised by one energy. So if you turn a nigga, you look from the back, if you look at a dude, a 17-year-old dude and an 18-year-old girl, you can't tell the difference in mannerism, posture, and just the way they stand and the way they walk, because they getting raised by the same energy. You know what I mean? Ain't no correction, ain't no. And that go again, that go to the delusion that we in. When you got a parent telling you, oh, you all right, you good, and not checking you, you know what I mean? Ain't no dads in there to hurt your feelings, because that's what dads do. Dads be hurting your feelings, because your moms will pump your head up, have you thinking that you a tennis player, you this, you that, and you not. You know what I mean? She ain't even provide you the tools that could make that be true. But you know what I mean? Again, go back to the single mothers, bro. They sending these kids out there in a hell of a delusion. Got these kids thinking they could do and be whatever they want, and they never even taught them how to do that.
Hey, but check this out. In 2023, as far removed as we are from slavery, why are we the most sensitive motherfuckers on earth to everything? Everything is offensive. We are victims of everything. And then you got the alphabet people, right? I mean, they want to change their pronouns and they want to restrict you from calling them certain things, and they want to be preferred to be called certain things, right? Because of being offended of whatever, right? So why don't they go after some of these goddamn commercials that sell HIV medicine that depict gay people on all these commercials? So if you think that you're being attacked by the heterosexuals, now you're showing on TV for everybody that all you guys have HIV. That you live a risky lifestyle.
That's a fact, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Black too. All them HIV commercials that come on YouTube when I'm watching.
I mean, they all, they Mexican, black, a couple white dudes in there every once in a while, but I mean,
wow, but they be a bunch of black dudes, like they just filmed
right. So you're not offensive of that?
Good point.
Much to Adam's dismay, Adam turns to God to explain to him what had happened, and it appears that God takes Adam's side. Whether God was angry at Lilith for uttering his name, or angry at her for not assuming the subservient role under Adam, is not known. But God is so insulted that he actually sends 3 angels to hunt down Lilith and drag her back, against her will if need be. But when the angels found Lilith by the Red Sea, she would not return with them, and despite their orders from God, Lilith remained defiant.
You see what I mean? It is always sent niggas. That's why I don't really be going down hard on my channel on modern women, because modern women gonna be dumb. They gonna just be dumb. Women gonna be women. It's always gonna be these simp niggas. How 3 simp niggas go after the one female and can't bring her back for God? Like, come on, man. Come on, yo. This a man's problem, son. This gender war is a man problem, yo.
I say that all the time, man.
Yo, this is a man's problem, yo.
All problems are men's problem because men are the problem solver. Half the time, girls are the problem, but men are the problem solvers, no matter what it is. Your car messed up, who fix it? Men. You know what I'm saying? Problems at school, who fix it? Men. I have yet to see a parent-teacher conference, and I hang out with teachers, and it like really worked out. Like a woman solved the problem. Women,
yeah, but it's a men's problem because the men allow it to be their problems because they volunteer to get involved in that bullshit.
Yep.
Just like with this gender shit, like with the trans getting in women's sports. Now, whose problem is that? That ain't our problem. You created that problem for yourself because that's what you supported. And now you're getting your face broken, your head cracked by a man, and you wanted to compete with men. Now you're really competing with men, and now you're not liking it because it ain't working, you know, for the long term for you.
What's going on, Good Bread?
What's going on, guys? What's going on, JJ? Where Rube went, man? We had Rube here. You know what I mean? Well, guys, y'all, we've reached the conclusion of the live. JJ, go on, man. What you got, man? Give me your spill, man. Been a good one.
Okay, I give you Revelations 2, verses 20 through 23. God is not playing with these wicked women. Oh, and Sugar Bomb was talking about get down and worship her. I don't worship demons. I don't worship nothing or nobody other than God because I refuse to answer to him for idolatry. And I tell that demon, get under my feet. That's in her, telling her to say that. Get under my feet. Demon. I have authority over the demons. I can rebuke demons. Did y'all know that? Sugar Bomb? You're inferior. That makes you inferior when you let the demons ride you and use you. That makes you inferior. You have no place here. That goes with all these Cynthia G followers along with Cynthia G herself. Inferior. Y'all let demons ride y'all and use y'all to do the devil's bidding. You weak-minded, dumb beings cannot justify nothing to me about the evil that you say or do. Nothing. Shame and tactics only enforce my stance on these things. And it hardened me against everything you can try to throw at me in all the right reasons and ways. You don't compare. Take a back seat. Get under my feet. And if I had more time, I'd say more.
Church, bro. Church. All right, guys. Anybody else want to jump on and add a thing or two? We're about to wrap it on up. I do just want to play this last thing one more time. This shit was crazy right here. My son done lost his mind, bro.
And they don't give a fuck. Just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a fuck. Yeah, this man hit me, fucking grabbed a rock, and it hit me in my fucking face, because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just fucking watch. You don't see that shit? You don't see that shit? What y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man and fucking do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face.
I hadn't even seen this part of the video. I just seen her situation. This is the first time I'm actually seeing this. And the fact that it's men asking this woman, what did they want her to, what did she want them to do, is unbelievable to me. And the fact that she has to explain to you that she wanted you to be a man and stop another man from hitting her in the face with a fucking brick is disgusting. I'm hoping that black men all around the world watch this and they feel shame, right? And the shame that they feel push them to stop allowing shit like this happen. Because that's how I feel. I'm so ashamed for these men in here. I don't even know who's raising you niggas. Who is raising these type of niggas? Like, what man, woman, I don't even know what man, woman, anything is sitting around and raising these levels of cowards. Who's raising these niggas? The man asked, so what would you want us to do? Are you fucking kidding me? A woman was getting hit in the face with a brick, and you gonna ask her, what does she want you to do? Please, I want y'all, the niggas who's sitting around there, please watch this video. Keep watching that video over, and I want to see if you have any level of manliness in you, you should feel embarrassed. I hope your mother's watching this video and say, I'm ashamed that I raised a coward like you. I hope your father is watching this video and he says, I'm ashamed that I raised cowards like y'all. And I hope other men are watching this video and say, I'm never going to be a coward like that.
Oh, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watched, and they don't give a fuck. Yeah, this man hit me, fucking grabbed a rock, and it hit me in my fucking face, and I would have given him my number. And all y'all just fucking watch. You don't see that shit? You don't see that shit? What do y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man and fucking do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face?
I hadn't even seen this part of the video. I just seen her situation. This is the first time I'm actually seeing this. And the fact.
My son asked, who is raising them? Who is raising them, boys? Yeah, he asked, who's raising them? Matter of fact, hold on. Let's give him what he asked for.
That is men asking this woman, what did they want her to, what does she want them to do? It's unbelievable to me. And the fact that she has to explain to you that she wanted you to be a man and stop another man from hitting her in the face with a fucking brick is disgusting. I'm hoping that black men all around the world watch this and they feel shame, right? And the shame that they feel push them to stop allowing shit like this happen. Because that's how I feel. I'm so ashamed for these men in here. I don't even know who's raising you niggas. Who is raising these type of niggas? Like, what man, woman, I don't even know what man, woman, anything is sitting around and raising these levels of cowards. Who's raising these niggas? The man asked, so what would you want us to do? Are you?
I know who raising them. He said, who raising these niggas?
Remember you in prayer. Anyone else have a word from the Lord, a testimony of God's good? Come home drunk from school, laying up with men, out there prostituting, having oral sex with my mouth, licking me in balls. Remember you in prayer. Anyone else have?
A woman was getting hit in the face with a brick, and you gonna ask her, what does she want you to do? Please, I want y'all, the niggas who's sitting around there, please watch this video. Keep watching that video over, and I want to see if you have any level of manliness in you, you should feel embarrassed. I hope your mother's watching this video and say, I'm ashamed that I raised a coward like you. I hope your father is watching this video and he's
Nope. Mama not gonna say that. Mama gonna say this.
A word from the Lord, a testimony of God's good.
Good.
Come home drunk from school, laying up with men, out there prostituting, having oral sex with my mouth, licking me in balls. Remember you in prayer.
That boy, my son, he mad. He acting like he got a brick. You got hit with a brick? This chick ain't got to worry about the wall hitting her. The brick hit her. Brick by brick hitting her. She ain't got hit by the wall. The wall didn't hit her. Brick by brick hit her. That's fucked up.
Hey, he told me, let me say something right quick if you don't mind. Something real quick.
Bro.
And then I got a joke right at the end of it. I don't protect people who hate me. Oh, and she's all skin and brick.
Boy, my son upset, boy.
He says, I'm ashamed that I raised cowards like y'all. And I hope other men are watching this video and say, I'm never going to be a coward like that.
Oh, this man just hit me in my face with a brick.
Shut up, yo. All right, y'all. Wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly. Do not play with your life, guys. We do this for the culture.
Bye, Sugar Bomb. Oh, boy. Get out of here.
What you say? What you say? I said, whoever threw that paper, your mom's a hoe.
Squad, what's going on? Okay, Izzy? Okay, Izzy, we live, bro. I was just about to go off the air, but I got my geyser. What's going on, Izzy? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I called your phone. I'm like, damn, this junk went to the voicemail. He must be live.
Shit, word, bro. Chilling, doing the damn thing, reacting to trying to make some education out of it, you know what I mean? Because I know everybody was going to react to the brickhead, so I try to bring some education to it. And it's the attitude, the overall modern woman attitude, that independent attitude, going to get them got all the time, bro.
No, I mean, you're absolutely correct. And I said this 100 times based off the situations. They strong and independent until they get hit with a brick. And this is a beautiful example, man. We talk about it all the damn time, but this is a beautiful example of what we talk about all the time. You claim you're strong and independent. You claim you don't need a man. You don't respect your man. You don't respect the men in the community. But as soon as you get hit with a brick on the side of your fucking noggin in your temple, that's when all of a sudden you need the men to come in and fend for you. And that it's ridiculous that we at this point. Why I'm a black man. Why should I have to sit around and then not, what I'm saying, one day wake up and see somebody online telling me I was supposed to be there to protect her? If you look at all the goddamn comments, you see them saying shit like, black women at this point, we all we got, we are on our own, etc., based off of this one dumb female getting hit with a brick. But let me tell you something, and I don't mean to take too much wind, but let me tell you something. Y'all black women, y'all are absolutely correct. Y'all are on your own. Let the simps protect y'all. Let the simps pander to y'all. We're not doing it no more. We ain't doing it no more. We're gonna let y'all be strong and independent, like y'all said, and like y'all preach all day and all night. I feel sorry for the girl a little bit because she shouldn't have got hit with a brick. But in the same breath, I don't feel sorry because what we're looking at is a real-time example of the result of being that strong, independent black woman that we talk about all the damn time. You got this. A man can't go online and get hit with a brick. Men go through this all the time. Hell, I could talk about my situations where my ear got split open and I done got hit with a gun 10 times in the head. I can't go online and say, oh, black men are unprotected, this and that. We just got to bite the bullet. Well, guess what? Equality is showing you what it's like to be a man now. You don't have people to protect you. Ain't nobody around you that's going to do it, pander to you. You're strong, you're independent. And I want to say this last thing before I close out. I did a little bit of research. She's complaining about how she can't go back to work and how this is affecting her job. Well, welcome to real life as a strong and independent person. Welcome to real life, man. Don't put this on the black man because one person hits you with a brick. This is not no black man problem. That's y'all issue. I'm tired of getting blamed
church. And
Right.
again, why you're a whole lesbian? Why are you out there that late? Why are you out there that time of night?
Thank
They
you,
put
Mr. Good.
themselves in crazy
Mhm.
situations. Hey, go another one, guys. I told y'all, thank you for keep staying in tune, because y'all gonna get up to date. I'm gonna do a bigger live on this right here. This is in my hood, guys.
Who was seen brutally beating a woman on the subway station in Harlem.
Yeah, this video
Because
is
you know the news gonna tell it like brutally beating a woman. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this motherfucker though.
just shocking, but it shows the suspect hitting the victim dozens of times for more than 2 minutes. Fox Eye's Robert Moses is at that station in Harlem with more details on this. I mean, it's just scary to think, because this is a station that many people take. Woman, man, doesn't matter who you are.
That's true, Bianca and Rosanna.
This
There's
my
a good
hood
bit of
right
foot
here, y'all.
traffic. Even at an early hour here, we saw people coming and going this morning, presumably to work and elsewhere, around the time that this happened last week. In fact, on Friday, it's still not clear what led up to this heinous attack. As the attacker wailed away, the woman was helpless to stop him. Video posted on X begins with a man swinging an umbrella at a 60-year-old woman Friday morning around 3:30 inside the subway station at West 116th Street and Lenox Avenue. When she used her cane to try and defend herself, he wrested it from her and turned it against her. Over the next minute, he pummeled her about 50 times over seemingly every part of her body. She tried to fend him off by flailing her legs and arms, to no avail. At one point, he hit her so hard that the top of the cane flew off. He continued beating her with the stick that remained. She finally wrested it back from him, but he didn't quit. He got in some final blows and berated her as his pants fell down and she lay helplessly on the ground. Police say the victim was taken to Harlem Hospital in stable condition. The man fled the station. According to the most recent police department statistics, transit crime is down 4.5% this year compared to last, but that statistic provides little comfort to the victim, who is now recovering from Friday's blows. Police say they are still looking for this attacker. No arrests at this point. If you have any information, police would like to hear from you. We're live in Harlem this morning. Rosanna and Bianca, back to you.
All right, thank you.
God damn, we have a problem, man. These women ain't raised these kids right. These women ain't raised these boys right, man. These hell of a mothers, man. But we're gonna get on out of here now, man. JJ, you got anything you want to add? And okay, do you got anything you want to add to that shit? Because that's gonna be a hell of a story right there. If people ain't on to that, now you know about it.
Man, I'm gonna wait till you do that, because I was waiting on you to do the brick face. I was waiting on you to do that.
We don't know both sides of the story. They always have this one-sided narrative. I notice this in news and in church, and I quit going to church and I don't watch the news. But since they put this up and we got this content to talk on these points, more than likely, if he went off and did that, he was calculating. He knew he had to get out of there, even though he was in the right. If she provoked him to that point, more than likely, she did, because women's mouth is it's worse than a cesspool. They're very vile in their words, and they can't say they're not.
That's a fact.
I got relatives I don't even talk to because of it.
Yo, we got my guy, the BZ, in the what's going on, BZ? What's going on, man?
What's going on, fellas?
What up?
Hey, I got a. What's that?
You just saw you just saw that last clip right there, bro.
Yeah. My question is, did they give a description of the suspect?
Nope.
How the fuck we know what to look for then?
Now the video is the
video was blurry. We don't know if that was a white man or a light-skinned nigga.
Nah, it's a light skinned guy. It's a light skinned guy. I had to blur it though to play it on YouTube for y'all guys.
Okay. I didn't know if that was the news, because the news don't like showing graphic shit like that.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the newscast describe the suspect.
They did
you?
Nope. They ain't say
Right.
his name. They didn't say they were looking for him or nothing.
No, I'm just saying that be on the lookout. But when they do that, right? Because I mean, you know, like nowadays, I don't know about y'all states, but like here, they don't post mugshots anymore. But they post victims. Like once somebody identify a murdered victim, then they'll post the picture of the murdered
Hold
victim.
on,
But
guys.
they
Hold on. This just in. Salute, Mr. Approach. All right. I got the story, yo. I got the story. All right. Brace yourself. Brace yourself. Hold on. Hold on.
Oh well. Okay.
I got the story. I'm going to pull it up, too.
Okay, this
And
is what we're
while you
doing
doing that, I
here.
just wanted to
You're
add
gonna
on
pull the
JJ's
fucking
point
race card out.
when he said we don't know the
Don't
full
go
story,
there.
and I
Don't
want to
go.
go back to the
Don't give
brick
me
in the
the
face.
fucking race card right now.
We know a
Okay,
little bit
this
about
is
that
what we're
story.
doing
She was
here.
going around.
You're
Talk
gonna pull
over
the
the
fucking
damn
race card.
ad-lib, bro.
It's an ad lib. I didn't. My bad. I ain't hear it. My bad. I can't hear that shit.
Y'all see it? Video. White man beats old black woman over 50 times with own cane in Harlem, New York.
I thought you said it
Subway.
was a black man.
I thought it was a light-skinned black man, bro.
Why'd you think that?
Cause I thought he was a light-skinned black man, nigga. Cause when I
Oh,
looked at
so
the
you just
video,
gonna blame crime on niggas, huh?
I looked at the nigga and I thought he was a light-skinned black man. Fuck you mean? Why you gonna think that?
See,
Hold
this
on.
is
No, he was
this is why I asked the question I asked before you cut me off with that bullshit.
Cause this the video I saw right here. You know what I mean? So I saw the
Right.
sideburns and shit right there. So
Yeah,
all right, I gotta
that's why
stop that.
that's why I'm saying they never gave you a description of the suspect. So how the fuck is the public gonna look for a dude that we don't know what he looked like? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Sure. Yo, now this is bugging. And I did make an assumption on it being a black man because this don't happen. A white man beat a old black lady on 116. Wow, boy, we're Sodom and Gomorrah out this motherfucker for real.
Y'all want to know something real serious? I found out. Biblical sign, that is. Okay, first off, you remember and I know it's a little bit off topic, but it's very serious. We got to think about this and get ready for it, get right with God if we're not already. But back in August of 2017, and I was in Texas at the time, around Carrollton area, around Dallas. We had a solar eclipse. That's when the eclipse happened during the daytime. The moon comes between the sun and the earth. And we're supposed to have another one next year. If you look at the pattern of both eclipses, what they make, they're going to make an X. And X in Hebrew means 400. Oh, and the 2/3 that's not going to make it, they're going to be on the same side of the ones God has wrath for. Yeah. So
A
these yeah, go ahead.
disturbing video from the United States shows a white man hitting 60-year-old black woman over 50 times with her own cane in Harlem subway station has gone viral over social media. The New York Post reported that the attack occurred at 3:30 a.m. on Friday when the woman was walking at the West 116th Street and Lenox Avenue station. New York NYPD officials. Hold on. NYPD officials told the outlet. The video shows an unidentified man lunging at the woman with an umbrella. The woman tries to fight him off with her cane, but she falls to the ground and the man grabs the cane from her. He then begins to beat her with the cane, striking her in the head, stomach, leg, arm, back, and head. The cane eventually breaks but the man continues to punch and kick the woman. The woman remains motionless on the ground for a few seconds, but the man kicks her several more times before fleeing the scene. The police are still searching for the suspect. The woman was taken to the hospital where she is said to be in stable condition. She suffered multiple contusions and bruises, but no serious injuries. The attack has shocked and horrified the community. Many people are calling for the suspect to be brought to justice. The police are asking anyone with information about the attack to come forward. That's crazy, bro. Like I said, yo, they didn't raise these boys right. And this right here lets you know evil has no color. And this is the black community, guys. This the black community. See, there is white guys in the black community engaging in the same evil activity. This is the black community, bro. This the train station I took to get to and from my whole childhood. Guys, what y'all want to add to this, man?
You're gonna see more. Get ready for more of these.
Well, I say it like this: everything that can go wrong will go wrong as far as the division with society in this country, whether it's from gender, race, age, social status, financial status, all of that. Every way the devil that, in other words, where he can divide us, he'll try it. And he's really after. He want to destroy all of humanity, but he mainly after the blacks. And the truth tell about that in the Bible. He'll use anything and anybody to destroy another person. Then when he get through with them, they ain't no good to him either.
Yeah, can I say something, man, without some bullshit ass ad libs or interruptions and shit or something? Is there any new news coming in? My thing is, if this is so shocking to the black community, where was the niggas at? Where was all the thug niggas at that usually kill each other? When they seen a white man doing something to a nigga, what they just pause because the white man is a no-fly zone?
Keep in mind, this was 3:30 a.m. So what I'm thinking,
ain't niggas out at 3:30 a.m.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What the fuck was that old lady doing out at 3 a.m.?
It might be a homeless fight. This might be a bum fight. It might be a bum fight.
Okay, it's black bums out there.
Huh?
It's black bums out there.
Right. That's why I said this may be a
It's
bum
niggas
fight.
out there on the block. I mean, it's all kind of shit. But I mean, okay, it's a bum fight. Even if it's a bum fight with a white man beating the shit out of an old lady, is that a fight? Is that a fight that that men would just sit back and watch black men would just sit back and watch a white man beat a black woman?
In Harlem, if these is
Man,
two
anywhere in
crackheads,
America.
yeah.
But yes, Harlem in the nigga hood.
These two crackheads at 3:30 in the morning.
Are they on crack now?
Out. Ain't no normal functioning.
Are you just
out?
Are you confirming they're on crack? Or are you just saying that?
I'm just saying that because
okay, stop saying that because at first you said it was a nigga.
3:30 in the morning. I'm going off of what I'm looking at now, what I'm analyzing.
I got you.
When I first saw the video, hold on, bro, because you ask direct questions, so I'm gonna give you the direct answer back now, bro. The specific answer, right? This morning I saw the content, so I glanced at it. Boom, boom, boom. 116 Linux. All right. I'll put that in my head. So I ain't looked to notice that it was a white man. I did not read the story.
I got you, but now you put another caveat in that they're on crack. Right. So since they're on crack, we're gonna let that go.
Because how I assume that now is because you see all of these bags around.
Man, I don't give a fuck if they're on heroin, fentanyl, meth, whatever. The thing.
Then why would it matter? Why would you highlight it if I said it? And if it don't matter, then why would you highlight it?
I'm talking about them being on drugs. You put that into the.
They gotta be on drugs. The bell like common sense.
It don't matter if they. Man,
3:30 in the motherfucking morning, and these
man,
niggas out
I'm
there
not
with a bunch of Look
So,
around.
bro,
Look at
bro.
the homeless bags there. Look at the bags there, bro.
Okay. So
Look at this
why are you
shit.
doing it? So what's so interesting about the story then? If it's just a drug thing and
Because this is
a old lady got beaten.
This another show of bad behavior coming from men not raised right. And now this one is best. This one is even better because unlike it being we assume, because we still don't know if it was a black man that hit the lady with a brick. Do we know if that's a black man?
Because she never described the motherfucking suspect.
Right.
But my thing is, I don't want to get stuck on this because next thing you're gonna say they was riding a tricycle and when they riding tricycles
Do you see a tricycle
and they, I don't know, man. I'm just
any
saying.
evidence or any clue?
My thing is, New York is a city that never sleeps. You got niggas out at all times of the night. Somebody could have seen this. Obviously, somebody videotaped this, and could have intervened and could have whooped the white man's ass. Since niggas hate white folks so much.
See,
and then, but on the brick face, bitch. But on the brick face, bitch.
All of the time. Val,
What?
hold on. Don't I tell you this all of the time? In New York, I tell you, don't stick that shit on New York. We are very diverse. We always say that. We say maybe down south play the race car game, but in New York, we don't play that. That's why
you don't play what?
Down south, what?
You don't play what?
We don't play that. We don't play the victim card game or white people. We don't play that. Like white people we treat white people equal. We don't play the race agitating game like how the southern states might play because they are close. They were closer to
where the headlines of the story come from then?
What happened?
Who wrote this story? Where the headlines come from?
This
came
is
from New York,
this
right?
From Fox 5 News. It's from
It came from New York, right?
Yeah.
So what you mean y'all don't play that?
You saying you're looking for where is the black gangsters to jump on this white man? We don't play that in this. These two are crackheads, so these two got to figure that out. That's what the fuck I'm telling you.
Everybody just mind their own business.
I'm telling you the culture. I'm giving
I got
you
you.
New York culture.
I got you.
That's all.
Okay, are we done with this? Can I talk about the brick face? Can I talk?
Anything
I
else?
wanted to talk about the brick face bitch.
Go ahead, bro. Hold on. Let me go pull up. Let me pull up on my song. Let me pull up my song because my song, he want to defend my song with it. My song, he would have jumped over. He would have got it popping. He'd have got it popping. Whole bum fight, whole crackhead fight. They got to figure it out. Motherfucker smoked up too much. However it went down. You know what I mean? And my song would have jumped in that. No real.
So what you finna do? What you finna do?
We're about to play that my song shit. Throw that my song shit on.
The girl in Africa is all skinny bricks.
And just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch.
That's the story.
And they don't give a fuck. Yeah, this man hit me fucking grabbed a rock and it hit me in my fucking face, and I would have given him my number. And all y'all just fucking watch. You don't see that shit? You don't see that shit? What y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man and fucking do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face?
I hadn't even seen this part of the video. I just seen her situation. This is the first time I'm actually seeing this. And the fact that it's men asking this woman, what did they want her to, what does she want them to do, is unbelievable to me. And the fact that she has to explain to you that she wanted you to be a man and stop another man from hitting her in the face with a fucking brick is disgusting. I'm hoping that black men all around the world watch this and they feel shame.
Why we gotta hear this sucker?
Come on, man. Come on, bro. So we supposed to feel
why
shame?
Why you want to play this mark ass nigga, man? Fuck this nigga. This nigga, he should have been there.
Black Lives Matter.
I'm tired of taking
I'm just saying he should have been there. I mean, because the way that lady talks, the way that girl talks, like when you know, or when most black women say they need to be protected. They need to be protected from who?
Huh.
You see what I'm saying? Who are they supposed to be protected from? Us or themselves or white men or who? You know what I'm saying? Because if you feel like you need protection from us, then you need to choose up on one of us.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We can't keep up. We cannot keep up with your behavior. If you need protection from me, then you need to be up under my instructions.
Right.
Obviously, somebody
And,
needs to show you. Obviously, somebody needs to show you how to stay out of trouble and how to stay out of a motherfucker's face. Because most times when bitches get tossed up like this is because they up in a man's face trying to challenge a man because they think they got a protective bubble around them that is going to protect them. You know what I'm saying? Some kind of invisible force field around them thing that a man is not supposed to hit a woman. So they try you. They push you to the limit. And some dudes just don't give a fuck. And they got to realize that. So when they try a dude, you just trying your luck. And then you're going to expect the same dudes that you talk shit about to protect you or put their life on the line or their freedom on the line for you. And then you just going to go off and go eat some pussy or go fuck with a white man.
hey,
man, the crazy part, the Bell, there's videos of this bitch slaying them niggas, and there was bystanders explaining the story saying that she hit the man first, and she was belligerent, and he didn't just pick up a brick and just hit her. He had
And
it
I
in his
believe it.
hand. Right, he had the shit in his hand, ready to defend himself. Based off, so the only thing she said was the fact that he got hit with the brick. And
Right.
I'm just tired. I'm tired of this crap, bro. Like it's like
Yeah.
it's like $1 million company. It's real quick, but my bad, Bell. But it's like $1 million company who loses sales, and somebody who don't on your slack. That's not how this shit works. Your
Right.
employee's supposed to pick up on your slack. Where your man at? Where's your husband? Where's your boyfriend? Where's your brother? Don't ask for the random black men that you talk shit about all day.
Exactly.
these these wicked beings are demon possessed, and the best way to protect them, they have to want to have a cleansing, spiritual cleansing, fasting, exorcism, whatever they need to do, and get under and stay close to one man, be faithful and loyal, have a good covenant with him and God, and stay in order, stay on code. They don't
Man,
want to do any of those things. They ain't worth protecting.
JJ, I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt, bro. Just stay your ass in the fucking house. That's it. When women ask men their preference and what they want women to do, we tell them stay in the house. We don't want no bitch that's going out on hot girl summers. We say this out time in and time out. That you out on your hot girl summer and you get hit with a brick, now we supposed to be responsible for you after we already told you that we.
That should just sound rude. That should
Hey
just
man,
sound raw, yo.
I know one thing, bro. I done seen niggas get knocked out by a punch. That motherfucker, whoever that punk motherfucker was, you couldn't knock this bitch out with a brick.
What if he threw it? What if he threw it? What if he launched it?
It don't matter, bitch. You got hit in the head with a brick. You should be knocked out.
These bitches got glass.
This is just show you that these bitches, they are machines. You can hit them with cars, you can shoot them, you can hit them with bricks. These motherfuckers keep going. And who the fuck is gonna go to the hospital and go live? You know what I'm saying? Like you going live, you supposed to be getting medical attention. You probably got a concussion or something. You know what I'm saying? You should be suffering from a concussion with that big ass hemoglobin on the side of your head. But yet you gonna go live. You know, you could pass out any time and that's your last breath. Like, where are your homegirls? Where are your friends? Were you out by yourself?
A good question.
I mean, where's your lesbian lover or whoever the fuck you fuck with?
Where your queens at?
Yeah. I mean, they didn't hold a camera for you. You had to hold your own camera and do a live in the hospital.
Facts.
All this is product of all them demons that's in her. She's a hard.
And everything else is on camera except for the actual incident, though. That's funny style to me. And now you peep how the Carly shit, nobody want to talk about her being wrong and her whole lie. We just kicked that under the rug, right? We just buried that in the
Man.
cat box.
Yeah, man. It's like you need a silver bullet to kill these niggas, man. The old lady, she got hit 50 times, she wouldn't die. This nigga get hit in the head with a brick, and this motherfucker just keep talking shit and picking. So if she was talking shit after the brick, imagine what she was talking before the brick.
Yo, but remember the lady that had the iron chin in the restaurant? That bitch took shots to the head. He ain't knock her out either before he died.
Man, this shit crazy, good bro. Both of these stories, none of them showed us like the beginning. They just showed the attack or like the aftermath. What happened, but what transpired that whole situation.
But we do
let's think logically here. How did it start?
We do see a clip of her getting it popping, talking that feminist shit. Hold on, let's see this real quick.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a. Yeah, this man hit me, grabbed a rock, and it hit me in my face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just watch. Y'all see that? What y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man. Do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face?
Now, when I first saw this clip, I thought to myself, what did she do to make that man hit her in the face with a brick?
You ever fuck with Brianna Taylor ever again?
There we go.
That's what we supposed to protect.
Thank you.
This her.
Yep. I knew immediately when I saw this clip that something was fishy in the air, because for men to just sit around and watch, something ain't right about this story. You see how aggressive she got at the end when she said F y'all and all that? It's usually, if there's a group of men standing around and they don't help a woman out, the woman had to have usually done something pretty fucked up for the men to not get involved.
What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve
we just seen
this?
it, bitch. We just seen it, bitch.
I ain't never.
Just think she's so slick. This bitch thinks she's slick, yo.
I find it suspicious. The first thing she tried, she didn't care about getting hit. She cared about the fact that she had to shame black men. I just got hit with a brick, and all these black men are standing around. Bitch, go to the hospital. Call 911. The first thing.
That's crazy.
Y'all finna laugh at me. If I could tell her to her face, I'd tell her, cry me a river. You're all skin and brick. It ain't my problem. Laugh at her
Anything in my life to hurt anybody. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men. It was like, what you gonna do? And I told all these men, like, yo, why is this man got a brick on my face? And he's holding a brick, and all these is watching, and nobody does nothing. And he hits me in my face.
If the dumbass bitch wouldn't have slapped him and walked away trying to twerk, you would have seen that brick coming, you dumb motherfucker. But I'm gonna tell you something. Hey, y'all gonna laugh at me too. But I'm gonna tell you something. That dumb motherfucking bitch is thick as a brick shit house too. That's a thick motherfucker. Hey, I don't know about hitting her with a brick, but I sure would have kicked her in her ass.
Hey, the worst part is, bro, when she heal up, she right back in the club, man.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Without a
They
doubt.
all just watching, and they let that get in a car. How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women?
Bricks do hit back.
Y'all not women.
It was one person. Don't blame this on everybody.
I'm just trying to take my friend out from 5 years ago. Like, literally spending all money, not bothering nobody. Like, what?
Right. What the fuck the friend was that?
I'm in the parking lot just trying to buy some food. And like,
y'all do know
I'm
this
literally
is
like,
business,
why is this busted up on me like this? And I'm looking at all these. They literally let this
Yeah, like
Do
did
all
y'all
of
not see
this.
that manifesto she did on her Instagram page? It's
They
right
let
there.
like really like do all of that. I never thought it was gonna happen, yo.
Yeah, that's where you fucked up at, miss. He did all of that.
Exactly.
All of that was a warning. All of that was get back. All of that was go home. He said move. That's
I
what
Stop
all
can't
of
yelling.
that
believe
was.
I
He
can't
said,
believe
I
that bitch
never
ain't
knew he
laid
was
back
gonna
with a.
do it. All of that. He did. You heard her, yeah. She said, listen to her. He did all of that. All of that was the warning, dummy. All of that was, yo, this shit is gonna be upside your head.
Man, I can't believe that bitch ain't laid back with an ice pack on her motherfucking side of her head, man. This bitch crazy, man. What's wrong with this bitch?
No cap, bro. Like,
They
She
indestructible.
goes
I
on her
mean,
They
Instagram.
indestructible,
bro.
boy.
they ain't got
And
no cold cuts or
that's in
nothing
the
in the motherfucking in there,
and
so this
bro,
bitch can slap some meat on her face.
and that's in the temple too. She got hit where that's a bad spot to get hit at. You can
Hell
get
yeah.
burned.
Yo, son, she ain't waste no time taking her clothes off though. Yo, you ain't got no body injury. You got a whole head injury, but you got the nightgown on. You got the hospital gown on. Fucking dummy, man.
Do all of this. They let like really like do all of that. I never thought it was gonna happen, yo. Like it's so wild. And
Damn.
he's gonna get away with it. He got in the car. He got away. He never gonna get caught. He's gonna move on. He's probably at an after party right now having a good time.
Kicking it.
Do you feel good about yourself doing this to a woman?
Yes, he do.
Half a pound.
For what? Like all
Hey,
this violence against
the
that
brick
woman is
mason was
not
doing
okay.
his
Like,
job. He
what do
just
I
put the
do to
last brick on
deserve
the
this?
house.
Like, what is my defense against this? Still,
Just
it's
shut
been
the
12
fuck up.
hours.
That's your defense against
I'm
it.
discharged.
Damn,
I
dog.
do have a
Look at that
concussion, so
shit,
I gotta
son.
take a school for a week. Unfortunately, I don't have the kind of job that's gonna give me that kind of grade. So, I still got a mother. I still gotta teach. I still gotta work.
She
The
still
brick
got a
mason
She
did
mother.
his
That's a
job. He
mother?
put
I
the
really
last
just
brick
want
on
the
the house.
best for
Yeah, she got a
everybody, and
baby.
I
hold
don't feel
on,
like people
bro.
want
She
to
got a
kill
son.
me.
Hold on, good bad.
I can't even chew
I can't
food
hear. I can't really
the
hear her.
next
Yeah,
week.
y'all talking over the content. Just tell me to stop if y'all want me to stop it.
Okay. I was just gonna say something. The brick mason did his job. He just put the last brick on the house.
Yeah, y'all said she was talking to her moms.
No,
No,
she
she
said
said
she was a mother.
Yeah, she
I
got a
think she
she's a
son.
said she was.
mother. She a mother and a teacher.
Oh
Hmm.
wow. Oh,
She
she.
got a
Oh.
son.
I really just want the best for everybody, and I don't know why people want to kill me. I can't even chew food the next week. I had a vacation that I planned 6 months ago for my birthday. I'm so afraid. Like, I'm so afraid. Like, why do people want to hurt me so bad?
Are y'all noticing a pattern?
Yeah, this is a
I
narcissistic
really
victim.
love my community, and just to know that, like, people hate me to this level, to this kind of level of
Good
violence.
bread. Pause it
This is
for a
the
sec.
problem with the believe all women thing. I mean, listen to the story. She said a dude approached her, asked her for her number. She said no, and he suddenly just went and turned into Debo from Friday, looked around and just picked up a brick, then asked her, "What you gonna do?" Now, does that make sense to y'all? Like, does that make sense that a man went and got a weapon and asked the woman what she gonna do? Like that doesn't even make sense to me. Like, let me tell y'all what most likely happened. You know what I'm saying? We're just speculating. She's probably twerking. This is why you gotta be mindful of how you carry yourself, ladies. But let's get back to it. She's probably twerking. Dude probably saw her, like what he seen, you know what I'm saying? I was like, okay. So he probably approached her, like, hey, yo, what's up with it? Or he may have been disrespectful, might have been drunk about it, was trying to holler at her, whatever the case may be. 9 times out of 10, she probably did possibly gave him a little a little dance, a little twerk, but at the same time was letting him know, like, you ain't getting a little bit like, yo, this ain't going nowhere. Because I seen this in the club too. And sometimes people don't be mindful of body language. So, he may have got aggressive with her. Or she might have got aggressive first. But the point is, the way she went about it 9 times out of 10 was probably disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like in her story, she said that he asked for her number. She said no. He went and got a brick and beat her with it. Like that's where it's hard for me to believe. She may have known the dude. She may not. But she also probably said something out of line to him. Now, we got to be mindful. As a man, if you see another man and that man calls that man a bitch-ass nigga, 9 times out of 10, I keep saying that, but violence is going to occur. Sometimes ladies think that they can talk to men as a lady, but be masculine like a man and not expect the same exact result. I'm not saying that it's...
That's a fact, though. He was getting to it, though. He was definitely getting to it. But all right, guys, yo, we going to wrap this thing on up, y'all. We going to get on out of here, yo. Yeah, we going to go in order. The BZ, you know you close it. We're going to start with you, JJ, BT, OK, and then we swing on back to BZ. Yeah, JJ.
Yeah, I'm here. I had to unmute. Yeah, like I was saying, this is a spiritual problem, just like our lead was saying. And they don't grow up past what she said, 14. And once the demons get them, they don't mature. The demons stunt the mental ability, the cognitive ability, and to understand things. And then our system, I guess, take over that. And it goes back to the Lilith story all over again. And it's just passed down and down and down and down and up to what we got now. It's just like somebody poured kerosene, not gas. Kerosene is more flammable than gas on the big fire. It's already burning. And God's going to be the one put one fire out, but the wicked is going to go to the eternal fire. I see that. I see them being forced to face the truth and all, and then, but they're going to have a reaction like this, as if the truth still won't get out. But it's coming out, whether they like it or not, and they being exposed every day. And if they only knew that no matter how much effort they put in hiding whatever the evil they keep doing, it's going to be exposed. If they only knew that every wicked thing they do is a waste of time, maybe they might rethink how they do. Sugar Bomb, Cynthia G and her followers, all them clowns. If they knew how pointless all their hate is, and it's destroying them and making them more undesirable to be around, maybe they might change their mind. And I'm gonna say two things: what Jesus said about hate, and I'm gonna land the plane. Jesus said, "If you hate your brother and claim to love him, then you're a liar." Okay. Next point on that: if you hate somebody, it's like taking deadly poison, drinking it, and wait and watch the other person die. Now, how stupid is that? I land my plane.
No doubt, BT, it's your turn, bro.
Yeah, you go on this chick Instagram page and she's an anti-black man, rainbow flag waving lesbian, which, hey, I mean, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, and I ain't going to tell you who to love and who to hate, but how is that she gets to dictate who black men get to protect and who black men get to be vicarious towards? Not saying that it's cool to be vicarious and half-hearted towards people in trouble, but this is a person who constantly puts herself in hostile situations because she thinks she a street nigga. You know, she thinks that she's just as ratchet and just as rough around the edges as a felon, and she wants to be like the kind of dudes that she has children with, more than likely. You know, this is somebody who, like, a few people in the chat have already mentioned she has a spiritual issue, and she's somebody who's a hypocrite. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. This lady needs to look in the mirror and understand that the person hit her with that brick, yeah, he was wrong for doing that, but she's just as guilty as him for being so damn hostile all the time. I rest my case.
Facts. Izzy.
It's a fact. That's a fact, man. Black woman, if y'all, I'm not gonna say if because I know y'all watching, but you claim you don't need a man in one breath, and in that same breath, you ask where all the good men at or protect us, etc., etc. You're gonna keep seeing this shit happen if y'all continue to act the way y'all act and do the things that y'all do. You guys don't want to be protected. You guys don't want to come up under the program of the want to do that, but you also don't want the repercussions. Well, too bad. This is an example of the repercussion. Am I saying this right? No, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is things happen in life. There's maximize those possibilities by certain behaviors, and her behavior maximizes those possibilities. This is not, black man, this is not your problem. This ain't your fault. You weren't supposed to be there to protect her. Whatever the case is, whatever my son said, you could be feeling shamed as a black man right now. If they don't want to get under the band's program, let them do what they need to do. And they're going to continue to go through the same shit that you see today. They're going to go through the same shit. I don't care how strong she's queen, she will always need the protection of a man. And as long as they act like they don't need that, so be it. Let them go through this shit. Let them keep going through it. I'm not happy, but I ain't mad.
Yes, indeed. Hey, man, my thing is defund the bitch. You gotta defund the bitch, man. Stop pandering to these bitches. Stop paying these bitches. Stop. Hey, man, I'm telling you, the reason why these bitches think they're more valuable than you are because they monetize the pussy. And that's what these females, when they talk about, oh, I know my worth and all that, but they put their worth in their pussy. They don't say they offer anything else or possess anything else but that. And they know that you niggas be jumping out the window for the pussy. You know what I'm saying? They know that a lot of niggas got the spirit of trick in them. They got a whole bunch of hate for game and all kind of shit in them. So they take advantage of that. They already know this shit. Even when you start talking like you got some kind of game about yourself, the bitches start talking a certain way or acting a certain way or treating you a certain way. Because they know that right there is like kryptonite to the bullshit that they trying to pull over you. You know what I'm saying? And then you got a lot of suck ass niggas that follow suit with the bitch. So it's a lot of niggas that got a lot of bitch in them that just cater to that type of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas got to shake that and get some baptism. You know what I'm saying? Get baptized in some bullshit, man. If you know a nigga with some game or a pimp nigga that's in prison right now, put some money on his books, man. Write that nigga a letter, man. You know what I'm saying? Go by a cemetery and shit and see if you can get the spirit of that shit up in you, man. You know what I'm saying? Some game up in you, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only thing that's going to counteract the bullshit that these bitches is pulling on you, man. These bitches is more faster than most of these niggas. These niggas is trying to figure out, well, why ain't she going for my lame ass game, and why ain't she doing this, or why ain't she complying, and why ain't she submitting, and why ain't she whatever? Because, man, these bitches are training each other to monetize their pussy, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? All these bitches got the spirit of hoe in them, man. You know what I'm saying? Until they show you something otherwise. But other than that, I mean, you're gonna see in the first couple conversations what she's about, and if it's anything about, you know, taking her to some doing something expensive or whatever the case may be, you already know what she about, man. I mean, these motherfuckers are getting trained every day. Anytime they turn on the internet, watch TV and all that shit, they see this shit and it gets, you know, it's psychologically gets in your mind. And a lot of dudes think that it's normal for them to just be a trick. Stop doing that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Security guards at strip joints, they don't work for free. You know what I'm saying? They get an hourly wage and they get tipped from the bitches they securing. If these bitches ain't paying for your security, fuck these bitches, man.
Facts. Yo, and I just want to close out with, yo, thank everybody for being on the panel, and much love and appreciation as always, DeBell. Thank you for that intro, and also thank you for checking the nigga. And you check them on how to handle these females. Now I gotta check them on how to handle themselves. Guys, check yo niggas, bro. Don't let your niggas be out there slipping. And again, I stand corrected, yo. I was dead wrong jumping out there running with hearsay and just fly by information. No matter how, let your niggas check you, bro. Don't go unchecked. Don't think you know everything. And you know what I mean? Get rid of that weakness in you that make you feel like you can't be checked, bro. You know what I mean? We not perfect people, bro. You know what I mean? We not. But always, and be careful who you let check you, man. Make sure niggas is verified, is stamped, and approved. All right, guys? So wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly. Do not play with your life, bro. And dead ass, bro, check yourself and then check your niggas, bro. Word.
Absolutely.
Yep. Is it my turn again, or?
And you bitches, y'all better check each other too, B. Y'all better start checking each other, bro. Y'all hiding behind each other and shit, talking about look over there. We ain't looking over there no more.